Hello, my gorgeous beings of light. Welcome to my channel, Daughter of the Divine. For those that don't know me, I'm Daughter of the Divine. Nice to meet you. For those that do know me and are returning to my channel, welcome back. Thank you for coming back, supporting me. Today's reading is going to be about what are your dreams trying to tell you. So I've had this in the notes for a while, so I'm like, let's get into what I felt called to do today. So we're doing it, and I feel like it was because I had to remember that I had this deck. So a few years ago, I was in I think it was like Florida, and I was there visiting a friend, and we went into like Spencer's. And for those who don't know, Spencer has like tarot decks, they have crystal, they have a lot of stuff in Spencer's, if you know what I mean, all the way in the backpack, okay? But I was there just looking around, and I saw this. I'll just show it to you guys. Where is it? It is a oracle deck about dreams. So it is the Dream Decoder, 60 cards to unlock your unconscious. Because have been always one to have weird dreams, and I had a weird dream today. So I feel like that's what inspired this dream. I'm like, here you go. It was a very weird dream about some crazy deity who, like, I don't know, who feeds off of like fear. And I was just like, there was a girl in the dream, which was me, and I was like, I can't hear anymore. I can't hear. All I could hear was like music. And I think it was also because I fell asleep listening to music. So in my dream, I didn't know, it was kind of like lucid dreaming. So I was still hearing my music in my dream. So I therefore could not hear what people were saying to me in the dream. And I was just like at a hospital, like, oh my gosh, I can't hear anything. I can't hear what you're saying. And then it switched over to where I was hanging out with like some influencers on TikTok. Or it was crazy, guys. It was crazy. Anyway, that dream was like mad weird. I'm like, okay, what is this dream about? Why not do a reading about it and help other people along the way? You know what I mean? So I am one who likes to do readings and watch my readings back to see if they resonate with me. And if they resonate with me, then obviously they're going to resonate with other people. Okay. So what we're going to get into is definitely what your dreams are about. For group one, we have this card here, the mother holding a baby. I don't know what it says in the behind it, but it could be having a child, being a mother. That's what you've been having dreams about. It doesn't matter if that's exactly what you've been having dreams about, but it has a long, drawn out passage on the back that I will, of course, get to in your reading. Here we have, this is money. So if you've been dreaming about money, whether it's an actual dream or you've been dreaming about it like something you want to come true, you've been dreaming about money, you've been dreaming about becoming a mother. And then we have the last but not least, which is like numbers. I don't know what that's gonna tell us about dreams. If you've been dreaming about numbers, I don't know, people dream about numbers. I've never dreamed about numbers. But group three, so 1, 2, 3, you're gonna choose your reading, and then of course I will see you over there. So bye. Hello, my gorgeous group ones. Welcome to your reading. If you chose this card here, you're in the right place. Today, we're going to be getting into what are your dreams trying to tell you? What message are they trying to convey? So I'm guessing this is like giving birth. This is being a mother, something like that. So if you have been having dreams about that, and that's what made you choose this card, cool. And if you were just attracted to the card, then cool. What we're going to do is start off the reading by reading what's on the back of the card, and it says baby birth. Okay, so if you've been having dreams about a baby or a birth, if a baby appears in a dream or you give birth, this is an indication of new beginnings or creativity within yourself. Since a baby can't survive unless taken care of, the dream may be encouraging you to give more support or attention to someone or something. The baby's behavior could be significant. If they are content, you might be adequately nurturing your inner gifts. If they are distressed, you're perhaps being neglectful. Sometimes a dream about a baby or pregnancy can be simple wish fulfillment. However, if this is inappropriate to your circumstances, it could also be an attempt by your unconscious to help you reconnect with your inner child or discover your hidden potential. If a baby is born with an adult head, what? This may point to intellectual maturity combined with emotional naivety. Pregnancy dreams often indicate a period of waiting during which you need to be patient. Okay, so your dream could be telling you need to be patient, that new beginnings are on the horizon, or that you need to nurture that creativity within yourself. If there is a project, if there is a business, if there is a channel, if there is a something you want to start doing or go after, this is the reading that's telling you to do so. So immediately we have a card telling you to go after your dreams. And if they said like in the dream your baby was distressed, you need to put more effort into it. If your baby was content, you're doing what needs to be done. Okay, so sometimes dreams can just be there to tell you you're doing a good job, stop stressing so much. But for those of you, if the baby was in distress, or if you're having dreams about children or kids, there's something about you needing to nurture your inner child. Okay, so doing more things that you wanted to do when you were little. going to the park, riding a bike, jumping on a trampoline. They even have adult amusement parks these days. Like, I don't know if they have it where you may live, but I know in New York they're starting to build up a lot of adult activity parks where adults can kind of indulge their inner child, which I love for us. Okay, and then amusement parks, period. You know, carnivals, stuff like that. So definitely there's something here about that. But also pregnancy, if you're dreaming about being pregnant, it indicates a period of waiting during which you need to be patient, okay? So, I mean, I guess I'll keep it over like that. I do want to keep pulling from this dream oracle deck to see what else may come through, because that may not be what you're dreaming about. Oh, not intruders. I don't like this deck. What you mean intruders? So we have intruders. Like, aren't isn't it cute though? But I don't like the intruders. Okay, a house or home can represent your ego or inner world. So intruders or burglars usually indicate that a deep transformation is taking place or is needed. You may feel deeply insecure, especially if you don't know who the intruder is. Perhaps you need to take measures to build your confidence. There may be particular aspects of yourself you don't feel comfortable with. If so, acknowledge what they are and work out a way of dealing with them. A variation of this dream carrying a similar meaning is trying to hold a door shut to keep someone out, or knowing that someone else is in your house without your say so. If you wake feeling anxious, this suggests the problem is quite severe. Spend some time in self reflection to identify what is troubling you deep down, and then ask yourself what steps are needed to find calm. Okay, so there's something here about your ego or inner world feeling unsettled. So maybe in your waking life, you're feeling unsettled and it's kind of interloping or enveloping over into your dream world, which is not cute because that's where we're supposed to have find peace, is it not? Like, please, rude. Um, there's something you may feel deeply insecure about, and you feel like somebody is maybe invading your privacy or invading your space. Period. They said so. Perhaps you need to take measures to build your confidence. There may be a specific aspect of yourself you don't feel comfortable with. So this is kind of tying into maybe your inner child. You don't feel comfortable, or she does not feel comfortable, or he does not feel comfortable. They don't feel comfortable. And it's up to you to figure out why they feel like they're being violated in some kind of way. So there could be something you're doing that is kind of killing or harming your inner child in a kind of way. And she's letting you know that through these dreams, since you seem to be ignoring her or him, kind of thing. If not, there's something they're telling you to, you're kind of re regressing into your inner child in something in your life where you feel unsure and you don't know what's happening or what's going on. And maybe if you nurture your inner child and build up that confidence and security, you may be able to tackle whatever it is that you're feeling insecure about. Okay, so that is for those of you who are having issues about intruders. Okay. And I heard intruders could also mean from another world. So you could also be being attacked by other deities, which would make sense for my dream that I had. I'm telling you, that man was like, and when it was like a Harry Potter freaking it, at the end. So literally Harry showed up and I think Hermione showed up. And I was there with them, so I guess I was Ron, which is rude because I don't think I'm a Ron anyway. Um and we were trying to, like, it was like chopping off the hands of like a basilisk or something, like a double triple headed snake. It was something along those lines, 'cause I was trying to break the girl in the dream out of her trance, and they didn't like that. This is kind of like she kept calling on him, or he was feeding off of her stress, off of her fear. And of course, if you stop giving that person that thing, that is going to get upset. So there could have been a thing of that where you're like stuck in a stasis mode, or you're being, it's like a possession kind of vibe. So then that would tie into being feeling like somebody's trying to overtake you, or something trying to overcome you. So maybe you need to up your psychic protection as well with the whole intruder kind of vibe, or just your physical protection. Like I said, if it's not physical and your body's not feeling extra tired when you're waking up, then it's just an aspect of your personality that's feeling a little unsettled right now. So that's something you need to pay particular attention to. And sometimes we don't know when we're putting our body under stress, until we go to sleep, because we're so used to always being high strung and nervous and anxious in regular day life. We don't know it's affecting us negatively because we're just we become so used to it, essentially, that kind of thing. We're used to being sad. You don't realize when you get sad, or when it becomes bad for you, when it becomes detrimental to your health, almost like a eating disorder where it becomes the norm. You don't realize what it's doing to your body, because it becomes body dysmorphia, and you still think you look regular, but everybody else sees you as getting too big or getting too skinny, kind of thing. So you don't realize what's going on because you become so used to, accustomed to that feeling. But everybody on the outside can kind of see that in your dreams, your unconscious mind can tell you, hey, sis or sir, this is not working anymore. We need to get to the bottom of this and change it, fix it, kind of thing. Okay. Now, the last one we have disasters. So if you've been having dreams about disasters, this is scary. I've had dreams about this before. Like tornadoes. I had one like a few weeks ago, honestly. So yeah, it could be everybody's having dreams about these kinds of things. But let me show you what it's like. Ooh, look, it's a freaking tsunami. Yo, my friend told me she had a dream like this. I wonder if she chooses this pile. But she had that dream mad long ago. She was like telling me she was driving away in a car and the water was chasing them in the car. So that's crazy how we have this here showing up. And we have volcanoes. And we have a plane about to crash. You could be having dreams about that. Car crashes, tsunamis, volcanoes, and plane crashes are all included in this disaster phenomenon or whatever's happening in your dreams. So we have dreaming of any kind of disaster, whether natural, earthquake, flood, fire, or man-made explosion, bomb, accident, can be extremely unsettling, you think? However, such dreams are not typically precognitive. They are more likely to suggest fears or anxieties or something that you feel is out of your control. Perhaps you're anxious about your future or your peace of mind, or possibly you're worried about your health. Alternatively, you may be going through a personal change that is making you feel uncertain about your direction in life. That was her reasoning. If the disaster has many victims, maybe your unconscious is telling you it's time to stop following the crowd. An avalanche may suggest you feel burdened down with responsibility or emotional pressure. Fire may suggest passion. Perhaps your emotions are rampaging dangerously. An act of terrorism can reflect social insecurity, the feeling that others are not to be trusted or can't be understood. Now, this is also tying into what's coming through here in shooters. An act of terrorism is people from another country coming to terrorize you, or people outside of yourself coming to terrorize you. So that could also be what's going on in your dreams. And it's also, like they said, it's tying into your waking world where you feel out of control and you're feeling uncertain about your direction in life. And they said it's not precognitive, so it doesn't mean you're going to have a disaster or natural disasters coming. It's rarely precognitive, you know? So it's not you, oh, yeah, a disaster is coming kind of thing. It could be because some people do have dreams like that. But for you, it's like something that's uncontrollable. You don't feel in control of your life because obviously we don't control storms, hurricanes, tornadoes, all that kind of stuff. You don't control them, so we're feeling out of control in our life. So essentially, that's what is coming through. Maybe you're feeling called to start something new, but you don't know where to start, maybe you want to have kids, but you aren't financially secure or you don't feel like you would make a good parent. That could be something coming through as well. Um, but something wants to be birthed through you. And there's something here about you feeling out of control about how you're feeling, how you would make it come to be, you know, kind of thing. All that stuff is coming through, honestly, I would say. Okay. So before we get to tarot, I want to get more cards. So let me just do these real quick. Who are you meant to embody? Why are these dreams coming through to you? My group one, please. This is the Keepers of Light Oracle deck. So we're going to see which Keeper of Light or Keepers of Light you're meant to embody right now. Who you're being asked to become. What are these dreams trying to tell you? We have Melchizedek. We have higher learning. You have learned from experience. More inner study is now required to further progress. Okay. So you are someone who's learning life through experience. So you're the kind of person, that's basically what wisdom is, which is why we have this old dude here. I mean, not to call you old, sorry, Melchizedek, okay? But you look worn and torn. You know, you look like you've been through some things, and you have as well, which is why it's coming through intruders, disasters, babies, births. You know, things that put the body through wear and tear, the mind and the body, you know. So with higher learning, there's more things you need to learn. So if you are feeling insecure about wanting to start a business or starting something new, a new project, they're just saying all it takes is you to learn more about the thing. It's not that hard, you know. Start small. Do not psych yourself out. Coming from someone who psychs themselves out on the daily, like I don't have enough to do this. I don't have enough blah, 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 to do that. And it's just like, why do you not feel confident? It's taking me back to that whole. I saw it in like a video a long time ago where it was like when you belittle kids when they're younger, as they're growing up, discovering who they are in the world, and you tell them you're stupid, you're this, you're that, you can't do this, you belittle them instead of building them up. They become adults who are so unsure and insecure about themselves, and they're scared to take that leap. Kids who are told, okay, so for example, I think the example was kids who spilled milk on the counter and a parent immediately came and said, oh my gosh, you're so stupid, why would you do that, blah 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 blah, all that kind of stuff. They're going to feel scared to make mistakes because they think they're going to get blown up on, or they're going to get cussed out or called stupid, or, but that kind of thing. But kids whose parents say, oh, it's okay, there, it's fine, we'll just do it again or try it again, those kids are more likely to jump back up from being, from setbacks, essentially. Or for another example, if a kid is riding their bike for the first time and they fall, and their parent comes and calls them, oh my gosh, you're hurt, I'm never gonna let you ride it back again, and locks you up in the household. Now you're scared that after one setback you're not able to jump back up and hop back on the bicycle, which is what people say. If you fall off the bike, hop back on and keep doing it until you get it wrong. If your parent snatched you up and got scared and put you away in the house somewhere, or did something or said something that made you overly insecure or scared about riding a bike, you're no longer going to want to do that or get back up after you've fallen. The kids whose parents said, it's okay, you can do this, and build their kids up, essentially, is the kids who in later in life, when they're adults, are going to have no problem going after what they want, because they have that security in them. They know that they can do whatever they want because they weren't belittled or called stupid or dumb for doing something. So people who were talked down to and made to feel small are going to continue through life feeling small, if you understand what I'm saying. So it's kind of like that psychology aspect to it, where you feel like after one setback, or you're even scared to start because you're scared that, what if I mess up? Well, who cares if you mess up? You're going to keep learning. You're going to get back up and do it again. Try it again. Higher learning. You're going to keep learning. You can't say, I'm scared to start, or if you get knocked down, it doesn't work the first time around, you're never going to start again, you get discouraged kind of vibe. That is the kind of childhood where you grew up not being encouraged to do certain things, not believing in yourself, not having any self-esteem. And it's not your fault at all. But it's something that as an adult now, you're supposed to kind of heal your inner child. Exactly. That's what they were saying. Exactly. Yeah. As an adult now, it's up to you to parent yourself, is what people say. Like, yes, we understand you've been through some things, but this is tough love now. You have to be the parent for yourself. If you don't have anybody in your life being that parent for you, or you didn't have parents who were the parents you needed, it's time for you to big up yourself and be the parent to yourself, essentially. It's what I guess your dreams are trying to tell you, to not give up before you even started. We have green Tara, which is supreme protection, because you are protected supremely. We have, you are protected, cords are being cut, move beyond limitations, trust. Yes, that's what your dreams are telling you, to move beyond limitations and to trust that you are protected. All you have to do is learn about it. You are willing to, it doesn't matter how old we get, we can always start over, which is something that I heard before. And I'm like, I needed to hear that. Because I'm like, I'm washed up at 27. I haven't done anything. I haven't did this, and that. And you're seeing all of these other people doing things, and it's making you feel less than. But I'm like, girl, do you remember who you used to be? You used to be scared to start anything, and now you're on YouTube doing readings for people, and this is not your comfort zone, but you're doing it, and you're kicking ass while doing it. So just big up yourself, who stop playing, big up yourself. Think about who you used to be and who you are now. That's the biggest judgment of growth and in character, and achievements. The person who you used to be, are you that same person now, or are you more grown? Are you more mature? Are you more seasoned? Okay. You can do it because you're supremely protected. At least try, or learn before you try. Okay. And even if you're knocked back down, get back up. Okay. You need to listen to Cardi B, um, Get Up 10. Because she's like, they knocked me down 9 times, but I get up 10. you know and she, if anyone could attest to that, of not giving up and continuously following your dreams. Because like she used to say, she used to have to work right across from her school. I said, dance not strip, don't get it confused, you know what I mean? Something, because they love to assume. My mama couldn't afford to have to get it at Sue's. Lord even knows how I got it at Sue's. I something to something and triple my views. I think I did get up 10, actually. So thank you, Spirit, for making that song come through. Like, she got up 10, no matter how many times people told her she wasn't going to amount to anything. And people think because she's from the hood and she speaks a certain kind of way that she's unintelligent, when she's very much, she loves history, she loves certain things, but nobody looks beneath that. So don't think about, it doesn't matter where you come from, it matters where you're going, essentially is what I'm trying to say. And you're protected. All you need to do is like learn a little bit more if you're unsure about what you want to do. Go to the library, get a book. Go, and I'm pretty sure there's YouTube videos, up, kind of thing. There's always a way to learn for the free, for the low. Okay? If you don't have money to go to school and you're insecure about that, there's always ways to learn. School does not make you, it most of the time break you, child. Anyway, and if you have the Miriam sacred vision, because you have a sacred vision, they're telling you your vision, what they've planted in your heart, in your soul, in your psyche, what the dreams that you have been wanting to fulfill or feel called to jump towards, they're sacred and you need to do it because you're protected, okay? You have choose to forgive in order to heal. See the light in all. Remember that love has no boundaries. So maybe you're someone who's scared to let people get close to you because your first instinct is, oh, they're an intruder, they're gonna hurt me. And maybe they're telling you it's okay to let love in as well because love can heal. And it's okay to forgive. So if you've been holding grudges against someone or against a parent, against someone who hurt you, your inner child is suffering because of it and she wants you to forgive them. Okay? We want you to forgive them. The person who hurt you, child. Okay? Love has no boundaries. And I was thinking about this, I'm not even gonna lie, because I was talking about kids, the whole, like I said, if you were knocked down for not doing things the right way the first time, it sets you up for that failure mentality where, oh, I'm a failure if I don't get it right the first time. No, because other kids who were, like I said, I don't want to say coddled, but encouraged to get up and try again are the kids who are out there kicking ass, doing whatever they want, not letting anything hold them back. And I want that for you. Spirit wants that for you, okay? But there was also another example that I've used in other readings before where it was like kids who were belittled or cussed out, or like I said, meant to feel small by their caretakers, family, guardians, whatever, don't grow up hating the guardian. They grow up hating themselves. They grow up not believing in themselves. And that could be something you're dealing with here. You're not believing in yourself because you haven't forgiven the people who made you feel small. So once you forgive them and let it go, that could also be what's bothering you, that anxiety. You're waking up every day with that hatred inside of you and you don't know that it's hatred because you've been living with it for so long. Oh, wow. That's a bar. Like when you react a certain way to certain people, or you react in certain ways, or you don't have a certain attitude in life, you just think that's how I am. It's like that's not who you are. That's who you were conditioned to be. Oh Lord, that's crazy. Yeah, I'm sitting here learning things. I'm like, I'll be having attitudes with people for not. I don't know why, and it's because like I automatically feel like I'm being attacked sometimes, and you're not always being attacked with this intruder. Wow, this better not be my pal. I'm not playing with you. Anyway, yeah, there's something about that to forgive because you may, like I said, react in a certain way or talk to people a certain way or move through the world in a certain way. You don't know why. You just think that's how I am. I'm this angry person. I don't forgive. And you know what I mean? I always have an attitude. That's just me. That's not you. Okay? That's how you grew up feeling you had to be. That's that armor on you. But if I heard I got that thing on me. Okay, relax. Thank you. If you do, relax. Don't come for me. Thank you. Anyway, yeah, you always have the words, the vitriol, the comebacks, the sass, the attitude, and it's like that is a preconditioned response. Do not feel like that is you. That is not you. Okay, the person who's telling you you're not going to be able to do anything or accomplish anything is not you. That's who you were preconditioned to be, kind of vibe. Child, not me out here. Mm-mm. I didn't think I was going to get this deep, but okay. Now, the last card we have here is Paul the Venetian experiencing grace. Giving yourself grace, exactly, bro. Share your gifts with grace. Yeah, there's something here that you need to share that's coming through many times. Waves of inspiration and love are coming to you. And like I said, with that, maybe the sacred vision. Remember, love has no boundaries. You may be keeping up boundaries when it comes to love and you don't even realize you're doing it. We sometimes have tactics or aspects of our personality, like I said, the attitude, that immediate comeback, that leave me alone, I don't need anyone kind of vibe. And we think, oh, that's us. We don't need love. I don't want love. No, you do want love. You do need love. Stop playing. But you're so used to not receiving it that or wanting it but not getting it, and that you just built up that armor around your heart that's like, I'm not gonna let anybody get in and hurt me the way I was hurt before. Wow. But it's like waves of inspiration and love are coming. They're telling you that you're going to be getting love. That love is coming your way, whether it's familiar love, whether it's platonic love, whether it's, friendships, new family, it doesn't matter. Soul family as well. If your heart is hardened to the world, you cannot let that love in. But once you forgive, you can. Oh, man, that's crazy. But yeah, give yourself some grace. And they're talking about sharing your gifts for grace. So sharing your gifts can help you meet this soul family and receive this love. But if you're not following because you don't believe you deserve it or you can do it, that's holding you back from this love that I'm pretty sure you want, okay? Because you're thinking of everyone that's trying to come into your space as an intruder and you treat them as such when it's not. They just want to maybe help. you know, but you're scared of the disasters that may follow letting people in because you can get hurt like you were before, I'm pretty sure. Okay, enough of the deep. Okay, sorry for all that. Didn't mean to get in your business. Okay, so now what we're going to do is get into the tarot cards. This higher learning is definitely overcoming and is transcending to become the person who can accept love. Like I said, there are limits you're holding yourself to in order to become or break those limits or become the person you're meant to be and fulfill the sacred vision that you have here. It's definitely, you need to look at yourself in the mirror, that whole twin energy coming through with this. Look at who you are and why you act the way that you do, you know, heal that shadow work that needs to be done. Why do I not let people in? Why do I not feel deserving of love? All of that are trigger responses, and figure out why you are experiencing them, or if you are experiencing them. I'm pretty sure you are. I feel the vibe heavily that you are. You're someone who doesn't know that you're doing it. For example, I'm giving the example of I used to be someone, I'm just telling you all my business. Anyway, if it helps y'all, I guess, or whatever. I used to be someone who hated to be touched, like physical touch. Like, I didn't like hugs. I didn't want nobody touching me. I was like, oh my God, I don't need love. You know, I'm a thug out here. You know, I don't want to look weak or cry. And I'd be crying every other day, child. Like, I used to be someone who did not cry, who felt like I had to be strong and tough. And I'm like, I'm a woman. I don't have to be strong and tough. And even men don't have to be strong and tough. That is something that society places on us to make us not feel, or, you know, live in that love or heart energy where it's like we feel everything, and everything is just more beautiful when you're feeling the world with your heart and not your brain or your cold exterior. You know, I be watching movies now and just crying for no reason. A dog licks a owner on the face. Here come the tears, and I'm like, "Are you okay, ma'am? Like, cause why are you crying at everything?" And I'm like, "I'm not used to that, so I just think there's something wrong with me when there's not." Feeling is beautiful, you know. But anyway, back to the whole not liking physical touch or being hugged. And then I started going out and meeting people, and now I have friends that when I walk up to them, the first thing we do is hug, and when we're leaving, we hug, and I'm like, now this feels like more like me. Like, I've always wanted that kind of friendship, but I was like, no, nobody wants to be my friend. Nobody wants to hug this kind of way. And it's like, no, that is what growing up in a certain environment made you think about yourself. But there's people out there that want to be with you, that want to love on you, and instead of pushing it away, how about you accept it and receive it? So now I'm a girl that likes hugs. Don't tell nobody because I'll fight you. Anyway, I cry at movies. Like, child, you just like there, and I feel it. Like, I feel the love. Like, before, I'm just like, oh, like, you know, I would be like, ew, love is nasty. Or you would see a couple kissing on the street or a couple kissing in a movie, and when the ooey gooey scenes come, I'm like rolling my eyes, and now I'm sitting like, oh my God, they're so cute. You know, like that kind of thing. I'm feeling, and I feel like happy, and I'm excited. It's a better word when I'm watching those scenes in movies, because I'm like, I deserve that. I want that now. I'm no longer holding myself back from that anymore, you know, and it feels amazing to not be, oh, I don't need love. I don't want this. I don't have to have attitude with people. I don't have to come off hard. I mean, I will if you test me, but that doesn't have to be my first response. I can be soft and open. Now, if you try me, okay, but try to be more soft, more open, you know. Do not think everybody's trying to harm you, kind of thing, okay? Trying to um read the room was what I was trying to say. And there's this video that I saw on TikTok where this girl showed us a bunch of different pictures of people, and she labeled us, okay? She was like, oh, if you chose this face, you're a schizophrenic, where you think everybody is coming to harm you, kind of thing. If I can find it, I will try to link it below so you can see what I'm talking about. But it's a psychology thing that I saw on TikTok where it was like, depending on the face you choose, that is how you kind of interact with the world, essentially. And like, I chose a few different faces, honestly, but one of them was like, you're the psychotic, one of you're the schizophrenic, like a bunch of different mental disorders that we give people is what she was basing us on in that reading. And I'm like, oh, interesting. It was cool to see how the face that I chose, she's like, oh, you immediately see people as a threat based on the face you chose. Because I watched the whole video, and I'm like, wow, psychology is just amazing. I love it. It's cool. Anyway, that whole thing, maybe you consider everybody coming to harm you, which is why you don't want to be hugged, you don't want to be loved on, because that's what you were used to growing up as. But it's time for you to ascend. It's time for you to grow and learn a new way, learn a higher learning, essentially. Okay, learn a better way is what I was trying to say. Okay. Here we have Ten of Swords. Yeah, it's time for that to come to an end, honestly. And look, we have the Queen of Cups in reverse. Someone who is unfeeling and not wanting to feel, not wanting to cry, let themselves feel the emotions, feel the good things, feel the bad things, you know. You're trying to come off as someone who is, you're someone who's tired, you're someone who's depleted, someone who's ringed out emotionally and physically and mentally, and it's making your emotions like come off turned off, if that makes sense. It's kind of like someone, yeah, the Ten of Swords is someone who's been betrayed, and the Queen of Cups is at the bottom of the deck. The Ten of Swords is someone who's been betrayed so many times, stabbed in the back so many times that they can't get back up. And that could be you. And your dreams are telling you, hey, it's time for you to open back up, open your heart space, go after that new thing, meet some new soul family, you know, and along the way, you're going to meet a love, you know, but you have to, first of all, be open to that love if you want to receive it, okay? Anyway, what else are their dreams telling them, please? What are their dreams telling them? Please, Spirit, what are their dreams telling them? What are their dreams trying to tell my group ones? We have the World in reverse. Yeah, you're supposed to come to an end of a cycle and you're delaying the inevitable. Something is supposed to end, so something new can begin. You can start that full journey, which would be the baby and the freaking birth. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Mind blown. The baby and birth is you being born again, okay, starting over, coming into the world. And it's funny how in the car they said something here about if you were born with an adult head, this may point to intellectual maturity combined with emotional naivety. That is what you need to embody, I feel like. You need to be a baby with that emotional naivety, but you need to have that adult head, okay? Which you also have that intellectual maturity, but you can also walk to the world with new, fresh doe eyes. You don't have to be hard and emotionally mature at the same time. You can be emotionally mature and emotionally immature at the same time, you know? You can be an adult and also heal your inner child and walk through the world loving carnivals and loving movies and loving stuffies and loving certain kind of things. It's time for you to balance those two parts of yourself, you know, the child and the adult. Okay. Now, like I said, you're delaying the inevitable because something's supposed to come to a close. You can become somebody new and step into a new energy. And if the world can't come to its completion, you're stuck essentially, you know. Here we have the Ten of Pentacles in reverse. Okay, this is like giving me a happy home life. Is what I'm getting from this card specifically right now. You are delaying a happy home life because when you are not, I'm hearing closing out the cycle. If you're not closing out the cycle, you're not going to be able to have the Ten of Pentacles. So it's kind of like not a punishment, but like a in order for you to become a doctor, right? You have to pass a test. If you haven't passed a test, you can't become a doctor or a lawyer or whatever, you know, that is coming through. And then we have Four of Pentacles because there's something here about not feeling secure, which kept coming through, feeling like you're not sure what's going to happen or you're scared of the unknown, essentially. But it's kind of like stepping into that. This baby and birth is definitely giving me full energy. And all your cards are coming out in reverse. Here we have Three of Pentacles. Maybe this is about like not working well with others or being open to new connections, because like I said, you feel like everybody's an intruder or everyone's going to betray you or treat you the way you were treated before. But give yourself grace as well as other people grace, okay? Why do all they keep coming out in reverse? Knight of Pentacles. It's the same energy of delaying the inevitable. You're making things, you're dragging things out longer than they have to, but you're not making any progress, essentially, because the Knight of Pentacles is taking things slow, but he's making slow and steady progress. If the Knight of Pentacles is in reverse, you're taking things slow, but there's no progress being made. It's kind of like you're in a loop, a cycle. Yes. Yeah. I'm hearing that song. What song is it? Is it City of Gods? No, City is Like You. But he's like, it's like a cycle. You black and you rich, they say you cycle. It's like a cycle. If I text you anything, if you text me anything crazy, you better text back and say it's a typo. See, you're in that aggressive energy. That is Kanye's verse in that song where he's like, basically where people call him crazy for having lofty dreams and goals and not thinking like everybody else, you know, kind of thing. And I'm like, oh my gosh, you're crazy. He's just like, no, I'm not. You know, they call Michael Jackson crazy. Do we think he's crazy now? No, we think he's a genius. So eventually one day my crazy will be your genius, you know? So like I said, this idea that you have, maybe thinking out of the box, doing things differently, will lead to you becoming this genius. But at first, everybody was a psycho before they became a genius. Everybody, what is that saying? It was impossible before until it happened, you know? Boom, period. Let's get one more card for y'all. What do y'all think I'm gonna tell y'all? it was impossible until I did it, until somebody did it. So they're calling Michael crazy, they're calling Kanye crazy, but it's literally their own form of genius. And they don't have to, their genius doesn't have to look like someone else's genius. Neither does yours. So whatever your sacred vision is, follow it. No matter what people say. But they specifically love to put that psycho crazy label on black successful people. The same way I think it's a conspiracy, honestly. I don't really believe or try to think too much or read too much into conspiracy theories, but it's funny. I just think it's funny how every black celebrity who's had some notoriety, who's had some success, all of a sudden out of the woodwork, people start coming and saying they did this and like tearing them down. And I'm like, why can't we? And a prime example would be Diddy. I'm not defending him. I'm not going to. But it's funny how they be trying to tear down every black celebrity who's made a name for themselves. All of a sudden they did this and they did that. Not saying they didn't, but I'm like, it's funny how the black people they tarnish their name while Trump is still doing. I'm not getting into it because this is not politics or this is not what we're talking about. But like I said, it's crazy until you do it. But it's funny how they put that stigma on black people where they can't be great. Okay, if they have money, it's because they're crazy. You know what I mean? And it's not until you're dead and gone that people are like, oh my gosh, he was a genius. Da, 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 da. Like nobody was praising Michael until that man was gone. Okay, and I bet you when Kanye's gone, they're gonna be praising him for his out of the box thinking. So maybe that's the path you're meant to take here with this higher learning. You learn from experience, so maybe you need to go out and experience things in order to learn. That's how you learn. You may not learn from reading. You may not learn from hearing other people tell you their stories. You learn from experiencing things yourself. And if you're holding yourself back from doing that, you're not going to learn or evolve into the person you're supposed to be. If that makes sense. Okay, let me get one more card. What are their dreams trying to tell them? What are their dreams trying to tell them? Ooh. And now that I've read actually what Paul the Venetian means, he is definitely like giving, how, I don't know where I've heard it, but I'm pretty sure it's like a well-known thing that Italian people they live life very carefree. They like don't work a lot. They're always eating and celebrating and having a good time. They're very big on family and social events. Paulo Venetian is that with experiencing grace. That's what I'm getting for you guys, like going out and just having a good time kind of thing. Because like anytime anybody's in Italy, I don't think anybody's ever come back from Italy saying they had a horrible time. No, everybody over there is friendly, except if you're black, which is funny because I was just talking about that a second ago. People, when they're black and they go to Italy, oh, they treat us a certain kind of way, they look down on us kind of vibe. And I'm like, where can we go? Where can we go? Nowhere. There's always somebody, whether it's in Europe, America, Child's Ghetto, anyway. But I wanted one more card. We have the Emperor, we have the High Priestess, and we have the Nine of Cups. And oh, these are juicy cards. I'll take them. I'll take them. I'll take them. Okay, the High Priestess. That's that higher learning, using your gifts for good, and look at how she's sleeping in the card. And we're talking about what your dream's trying to tell you. Now I hope it's just showing up straight because I hate looking at the reading and it's not. We have here something about dreams, something about the unseen. The unconscious. That's the High Priestess. Yeah, it's trying to tell you something, trying to teach you something in your dream. So I don't know, because everybody's dreams are different. But like people say, keep a dream journal, for example, and just as soon as you wake up, write down your dream. Okay, and I'm telling you that no, I don't do it myself because I feel like you ever had that. It's not deja vu. It's you had a crazy dream, but you can't remember that dream until something happens in your waking life, and I'm like, oh my gosh, and the whole dream just slaps you in the face. That always happens, and I'm like, see, I don't have to do that because if I'm meant to remember it, something when I'm awake is gonna remind me of it, and then I can like write it down really quickly. But I feel like once I remember a dream, I never forget it. Like when I remember it when I'm awake, I don't forget the dream. But something always helps me remember it when I wake up, kind of thing. But still, for some people that doesn't happen. So do make a dream journal and kind of like think of what was going on in the dream. If you went on like a storyline, if things were kind of like linear, because sometimes in dreams they be all over the place. You go from one scene to the next scene, and I'll be in space and back on Earth, and it's crazy. The dreams that I have are crazy. I don't know. Um, But yeah, something about that, writing it down, because it's trying to teach you something. And I'm hearing you remember your dreams for a reason. So it's not, oh, it's a crazy dream and, push it aside. No, you remembered it for a reason because there's a message in there, okay? Anyway, we have the Emperor taking control, being that leader-esque energy. So they're telling you to, yeah, to step up and lead, step up and do what you want to do with this whole sacred vision and the baby birth, something you have been being told to do in your dreams, you're supposed to do in the real world as well. Okay, that's essentially what this is trying to say. And until you do that, nothing that you want is going to come true. And that sounds so like daunting, like, oh my gosh, until you do that, nothing that you want is going to happen. But it's kind of like, yeah, you have to put in the work, because unfortunately or fortunately for you, you learn through experience. And if you don't go and experience life or do certain things, if you don't fall down 9 times and get back up 10, you're never going to learn the lessons you were supposed to learn or get to where you want to go. And that's kind of the weird dreams are telling you. You have to at least try, take leap of faith, the baby full energy, because right now you're stopping yourself from starting something new. And until you start something new, you're not going to see any results. So you're wanting things to happen in your life. And like I said, unknowingly, unconsciously is the perfect word. Thank you. Unconsciously, you're okay, unconsciously you're negating everything you're saying you want. So like I said, you want love, but anytime someone tries to come and love on you, it'll get off me, you know what I mean? It's like, that's not how it works. If you want love, you have to open yourself up to be loved, okay? Because in order, you're just pushing them away. So if you feel like that is your energy, you push people away, you're scared to get close to people, that kind of thing, then that's definitely, this is the reading for you. Essentially, they're like, in order for you to get this 9 of cups, your wish come true, you have to step into this leader energy of learning through experience, that kind of thing. What time are we at now? Child, not 40 minutes already. I do want to get like maybe 1 or 2 cards from here. What are their dreams trying to tell them? The gem. See, you are, oh my gosh, why every time this card comes out, bro? Y'all know that scene from Aladdin? Find the diamond in the rough. That's literally what the tiger in the beginning of Aladdin told Jafar, because Jafar, crusty dusty behind, was trying to go into the cave of secrets or something, and they said, nah, you don't have access to this cave, but find the diamond in the rough that does, and we got you. Look at him going, he find Aladdin, and Aladdin had access to the cave, and it was only through Aladdin that Jafar was able to get hold of the genie lamp, which is making dreams come true. 9 of cups. So you are the diamond in the rough. You're the Aladdin, the only one who can enter the Cave of Wonders. I think it was Cave of Wonders or something. Wonder Secrets, it doesn't matter. And that's his high priestess energy. You're the only one that can enter the Cave of Wonders, the Cave of Secrets. And see, it's funny how it's the Cave of Secrets. And the high priestess is the ruler of secrets. Nothing is a coinky dink. Yes, you're the diamond in the rough. Every time this card comes out, I always get that energy. I just hear the freaking tiger on my head, the diamond in the rough. And he just dissolves. So it's like, you're the only one that has access to this information, and exactly the information they're giving you, the sacred vision, the project they're telling you to start, the dream they're telling you to go after. You're the only one who has access to it, so go after it. Here we have the judge. I'm hearing, I didn't know it was only 2, period. The judge and judge of the execution is what I just heard as well. But the judge is someone who has the judgment, who has the higher learning, the know-how, because you have to go through a bunch of stuff to become a judge. That's why it's mainly only old people, okay? Because you have to go through years of this, years of that, years of this. And what was I saying? Learning through experience. Only judges have certain experience, so they're only able to become a judge. Not anybody can become a lawyer, but it's easier to become a lawyer than it is to become a judge, because the judge has to have a certain amount of experience, which you don't have because you're holding yourself back from getting that experience by being scared or, staying trapped in your mind, in your head, in your fears, essentially. But we have the judge here, where the only way for you to become the judge is by experience, honestly. Now I feel called to read that from the book. So just bear with me for like 2 more minutes and I'll let you go. Where are ye? The judge. The selves. The judge is 89. I love this book. I don't know why I don't use, I love this deck. I don't know why I don't use it more. We have the critic, the diplomat, the advocate. The judge has an incredibly important job. Okay, you heard that? You have an incredibly important job. They work every waking hour of every day, helping us discern what is safe, true, and just. when this archetype remains unconscious, and this keeps coming through this word, or is captivated by fear, wise discernment turns into painful judgment of self and other. What was I saying earlier in the reading? Stop playing. I play too much. Stop it. Anyway, um, like the kid that was told this and that, so they grew up believing that about themselves. Fear and judgment of the self. Okay. Ironically, the judge's energy can be the seed of racism. And what was I oh my gosh, wasn't I talking about that earlier? Bruh. Racism, bigotry, and fear mongering. This is the judge out of balance, building walls, separating from other. When this same discerning force is made conscious and healed, however, the judge may be found advocating for civil rights causes, standing up for the underdog, providing resources for those in need, and forgiving. And forgiveness came through in this card over here. Oh my god, stop it. Okay, forgiving again and again. Love is the deciding factor. What did this card over here say? What did the card over here say? Remember that love has no boundaries. Share gifts with the world. Waves of inspiration and love are coming to you. Love keeps coming through. Stop playing. Anyway, awakening this archetype is essential for the complex times we are in. Get your judge in order. The world needs it. You heard that? The world needs it. Stop playing. Okay. Anyway, but that's literally all that I have for you. This I need just one card to perfectly summarize the reading right here. The judge. Yeah, it needs to get healed, and that's crazy. Not talking about racism and bigotry. And that's what I was talking about. Wow. Okay. Anyway, we have. Okay, cool. Now, I didn't want to know what this highlighter red was for, and it's this passage over here. Let me read it, and I'll let you go. We have Gandhi had an incredibly illuminated inner judge. He was a lawyer. Ooh, and I was talking about lawyers. Wait, I was talking about. Okay, hold on. Anyway, he practiced silence one day a week in order to hone his discernment while on his revolutionary path. So maybe you need to practice some silence, okay? To kind of, and that this high priestess is the perfect discernment card, and it's also silence things that are kept secret. Yeah, so you're gonna find your knowledge, you're gonna find your power, you're gonna find what you need to know in the silence. Okay, so meditating, and I'm pretty sure you've heard before. But yeah, period. I love this. Okay, so the whole go deeper, we have Osiris and the white feather of Mott. So maybe you want to look up that story. Do they tell us about it? No. I wish you would. Now I want to know. So maybe go look up that to go deeper. And here we have 88. So 88 is like prosperity, abundance, that kind of stuff. So telling you you're going to find your prosperity and abundance and maybe advocating for others, becoming this judge, speaking up for what's right kind of thing, combating against racism, bigotry. Maybe you're supposed to be a civil rights activist. Maybe you're supposed to be a freaking lawyer. Who knows? Anyway, I'm done. But the gem, you're the gem. You're what we need. They said we need you, not somebody else. You. Anyway, I'm done. Hope you resonate. If it did, feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. Join the Tribe of Divine Family. Love to have you. If you would ever like to book a personal reading with me, you could always get in contact with me using my email in the description box below. But I hope you're having a beautiful, wonderful day whenever you're watching this reading. And as always, I will see you in the next one. Bye. Hello, my gorgeous group twos. Welcome to your reading. If you chose this card here, which I'm pretty sure is money, then you're in the right place. This doesn't look like American money. It's giving pounds. Yeah, that's the pound symbol. So it's giving English money. So maybe you're thinking about traveling to another place, maybe. Traveling to England. England could be important, but I'm pretty sure this is like, yeah, English money. A pound, I should say, because we have the queen with her crown. So it looks like her, you know. So we have this. This is what your dreams are trying to tell you. You know, you've been having crazy dreams because I think in the intro, I kind of got into the dream that I was having earlier, which kind of inspired this reading because it's been in my notes for a long time, but I didn't feel inspired to do a reading about it. But I had a crazy dream earlier. What was I saying? It was about, because I was listening to music to kind of like cancel out the noise to fall back asleep. And in the dream, I was not able to hear anything, but I was hearing my music. Like I was hearing the music blasting, but I wasn't understanding what anybody was telling me in the dream. And I ran to the hospital like, I need help, I can't hear anything. And then it ended up being like there was this crazy like deity who fed off of like fear, anxiety, pain, that kind of thing. And there was a girl in the dream who didn't want to who was like succumbing to that kind of vibe, you know? And he didn't want to let her go. And it turned into a whole Harry Potter thing. It was crazy. And I can't. I don't understand. But that's why I was like, okay, I need to do a dream reading for these people out here because y'all could be having crazy dreams just like that. It turned into a three-headed snake and we were cutting off heads. And, you know, what is it called? A hydra, where you cut off one head, another one grows. I'm like, the ghetto. The ghetto. Anyway, that was my crazy dream. This is going to be about your dream. So we have money, and it says money in a dream appearing as cash or credit cards can be a symbol of how emotionally secure you feel. It can also represent the influence you feel you have over others. Okay. Any dream featuring a bank, investment, money transfer, or will can similarly carry an emotional meaning. Giving money away or spending suggests a wish to be more generous or outgoing. Alternatively, your unconscious may be urging you to be more giving in a relationship. Oh. Receiving money indicates you need to accept or ask for emotional support. If you find money, whether by chance or after searching for it, there's something valuable about yourself you need to learn. Perhaps you're already close to discovery. Losing money symbolizes a lost opportunity. If money is stolen, you may believe you don't deserve something or someone in your life, or that others are taking you for granted. Oh my. Okay. Okay. So a lot of different meanings coming through in one card. So some of you are getting money, okay? Which means, excuse me, where did it go? Receiving money indicates you need to accept or ask for emotional support. So if you've been having dreams about getting money, there's something you need, okay? If you've been giving money about, I mean, sure. If you've been having dreams about giving money away, there is something you need to be more generous with in your life. You're being stingy, is what they're saying, okay? Okay. Now, if you have dreams about finding money, whether by chance or after searching for it, there's something valuable about yourself you need to learn, okay? And perhaps you're coming close to learning it, so they're telling you to be on the lookout, these dreams, okay? Now, like they said, losing money is a lost opportunity. Now, if that was stolen from you, you don't think you deserve something, or others are taking you for granted. So whichever one of those resonate for you, that could be literally, you don't have to have had a dream about money, but these things could be going on your waking life, and they're being highlighted in your sleeping life, you know, in your dreams. So I'm definitely gonna be pulling more cards from this deck. Do not worry. This is my first time ever using it, and I've had it for years. I buy stuff and don't use it. It's crazy. But I'm like, I can't do a reading about dreams every day. That would be crazy. At least I'm using it now. Okay. Thank you. Don't judge me. So what else are group two's dreams trying to tell them? Oh my. Ooh, what is this? Stop it. Not you having the sex, money, and rock and roll dreams. Now you have sex. Excuse me. You're not grown. Anyway, we have dreams about sex aren't really about the physical act. They are more about your desire for greater connection and intimacy. This may include a craving for more physical closeness, but the main emphasis is likely to be emotional. Such dreams may also suggest the need for psychological growth and self discovery. Perhaps it would be helpful to deal with hidden or conflicting aspects of yourself, which was coming through in this money card, honestly. The identity of your sex partner is a dream, and the dream is crucial to the meaning, since they will represent aspects of yourself you need to open up or integrate. Wow, that's crazy. Okay, you don't actually want to sleep with them. There may just be something about them you admire or can learn from. Or if you find this person repulsive, perhaps you must acknowledge or address a part of yourself you find uncomfortable. That's also what's coming through the money card. So that's common links already. Anything associated with sex in a dream may indicate a hunger for greater excitement or adventure, or just trying new things. Okay, so here we have the money card saying if you're giving money away, you need to be more generous with a partner in your life. Okay, um, because there's something here about you not feeling emotionally secure. With it came out in the money and it came out in the sex card. I'm gonna get one more to see if there's anything else overlapping within the three cards before I just go into my whole spiel. Can I get one more card? Can you please? What are their dreams trying to tell them? What are their dreams trying to tell them, please? Not if you find them repulsive. Y'all rude. This card needs to stop. Okay. I'm curious, what is this one about? We have actor or celebrity. Wait, didn't I just say sex, drugs, and rock and roll? Now we have actor or celebrity coming. Y'all living the lifestyle in your dreams, huh? Y'all living the rock star lifestyle. Interesting. Anyway, actor and celebrity. When a celebrity or actor or even a historical figure appears in a dream, the significance may lie in what they are famous for, their personality or behavior, or the way they project themselves to others. The person may represent some aspect of yourself you need to acknowledge or integrate. So there's something here about a part of yourself you're not acknowledging, because that came through in this one here too, and this one here. Okay. Um, who boy, or integrate, or a quality you seek to emulate. Consider what the person represents to you. If they're an actor, perhaps it's a role they play that speaks to you. If you dream you're a celebrity or are intimate with someone famous, intimacy coming through again. Stop playing. This is juicy. I want. What y'all dreaming about? Okay, I'm sorry. I'm done. Or are intimate with someone famous. This may indicate your desire for greater attention and or success. And what was this card over here saying about giving attention or needing attention? And so was this one. Okay, so some of y'all need to be touched. Okay, heard you. All right, okay, let's go. Um, if you appear in a TV show or a movie in a dream, perhaps you feel you're playing a part in waking life. Okay. Appearing as a star appearing as a star may be a warning against self importance. Conversely, being a supporting actor may mean you should put yourself center stage more. Wow. Okay. So a whole bunch of things are coming through in just these three cards alone, honestly. So there's something about yourself that you are, I'm hearing, it's not submerging, but it's, what is the word? It's not submerging. Suppressing. Yes, there's something inside of you that you are suppressing. Okay. So in this card here, there's something here. So they say giving money, being more intimate in a relationship, receiving money needs you need to ask for or accept emotional support. And then this dream said you're dreaming about being an actor or celebrity because you need to put yourself more center stage. So if you are in a relationship but you're not being put first, that can be why you're having these dreams, and they're coming to bring that aspect to your attention. Now, if you're not giving enough attention, they also did say warning against self-importance. So some of you are acting too self-important. Some of you are not acting self-important enough, because in this card here, it says such dreams may also suggest the need for psychological growth and self-discovery. So there's something hidden, because it's like perhaps it would be helpful to deal with hidden or conflicting aspects of yourself. So maybe a part of you wants to be in the spotlight, a part of you wants a relationship, wants closeness, and then a part of you does not. You want to be in the background kind of thing, but you can't be both. So you're either going to be an actor, you're going to be the forefront, you're going to live that, sex, drugs, and rock and roll kind of life, that and the money comes with it, or you're not. There's something here. These all tie into each other, okay? These all tie into each other. And it's funny because I'm working on ah I'm not spilling the tea. I'm working on something with someone, okay? And I was giving him a description of what the devil card meant. And I'm like, the devil is all things sex, drugs, and rock and roll kind of thing. And that could be something you're indulging too much negatively in your life. And they're telling you it's time to do a purge. There's something hidden. And usually, yes, exactly. Usually when we are doing, not we, because I don't do those, but usually when you're doing drugs or drinking too much alcohol or doing something like that, you're trying to suppress something, there's something you don't want to deal with, or you're stressed out and it's something you don't want to deal with kind of thing. That's why people use these, what do they call them, vices. That's the word. They use these vices to not deal with their reality. So there's something hidden that you're not dealing with, that your dreams are going to tell you to deal with. Okay, so okay, already the tea is coming through for y'all already, and I'm here for it because the tea, wow. So there's something here about wanting physical, emotional intimacy with someone. wanting to give more and receive more, because the money card coming out both mentioned giving and receiving. So there's something here, like I said, about you wanting to give love and you also want to receive love. But there could be a part of you that's kind of like, I don't need love, I don't need this kind of vibe, you know. But you do, because we all do. Stop playing. Anyway, um, and they said dreams about sex aren't about the physical act. They are more about your desire for greater connection and intimacy. They may include a craving for more physical closeness, but the main emphasis is likely to be emotional. So emotional is coming through here, craving something emotionally that you are trying to, and it may lead to you suppressing it in your waking life, you know, drinking, drugs, smoking, all that kind of stuff, because you're not dealing with it. The more you don't deal with it, the more it becomes a gaping, festering wound, okay? Which is why all things Hollywood and toxic is coming through for your dreams, what you're dreaming about, okay? So there's something, if you are dreaming about an actor or celebrity, there is something about them that you may want, or something, you know, it's not about you wanting them or them wanting you kind of thing. It's more about there's an aspect or a part of them that you are craving to, you know, become, or you want that part of you to be realized more, you know? So like they said, if you want are dreaming of being the actor, there's something about you needing attention, okay? So that just keeps coming through. So what we're going to do is we want to keep going with these cards. I don't want to stick too much and keep repeating myself. I feel like there's something here about you needing to confront something in your life that you be trying to suppress. I didn't mean to say you be trying to suppress, but you be trying to suppress it. Okay, so what are they are meant to embody? Why are they receiving these dreams, please? Spirit, why are they receiving these dreams? What are they meant to embody? Ooh, we have charity, prayer, and contemplation. Not charity, it's supposed to be given because we have money here. Yeah, see, charity, that's not a coincidence. But the giving aspect, giving money away or spending suggests a wish to be more generous or outgoing. And being generous and outgoing is literally what celebrities be doing because they be giving a charity. So you're supposed to be more outgoing and going after things. Like that's the part of you you're suppressing. The part of you that wants to be social, the part of you that wants to gain recognition, you know, and be recognized for your talents and gifts. That's definitely coming through. But prayer and contemplation, connect with heaven, ask and you shall receive. Boom. And I was just talking about giving and receiving. Wow, juicy. Okay. What else are they meant to embody? Why are they having these dreams, please? What are they meant to embody? These are the keepers of light. So if these are going to be the keepers of light, you should be trying to maybe emulate or look more into. But charity is definitely, we all know what charity is giving more of yourself. So maybe showing more of yourself to the world or giving more to the people right in your life, that kind of thing. We have Lady Portia, Divine Order. Do what you feel is right. And important lessons unfolding. Yep. So this is a lesson to you. These dreams are meant to be lessons to you, or like I said, you're learning lessons in your waking world that you're trying to ignore, run away from, that kind of thing, suppress, that it keeps coming through. But it's an important lesson to be learned, so it's going to keep coming up. You can't avoid it forever. Because one thing about that, once the high wears off, the problem is still going to be there. Okay. So yeah, you need to do what feels right because it has something in here. Something here about success, yes. Appearing as a star may be a warning against self importance. Conversely, being a supporting actor may mean you should put yourself more center stage. So, whatever that manifests as for you, whether you want to be center stage or you need to be put on the back burner, it's giving me an inflated ego of self importance kind of thing. Um, that's coming through a little bit. Like, you need to, you know, do some charity work, you know, I just heard get right with the Lord. Okay, so maybe someone needs to get right with the Lord. Y'all on that celebrity kick. Like I said, I don't want to keep saying it because you two be getting crazy when you say those words 20 times. But yeah, that love and rock and roll and this word right here, that lifestyle you live in, you need to get right with the Lord. Okay, is what I that's what I heard. Don't come for me. Let me get one more card from this deck here for what are you meant to embody. Why we got two? Facing fear, Kali Ma. And she's literally like the embodiment of, I think she's a Hindu goddess. She is all things facing your shadow. You know, the part of you you are avoiding and suppressing. Exactly. Facing that fear, the thing you're running away from. Y'all run away from something. Mm-hmm. Major spiritual changes are unfolding. This is your chance to soar. That is what is coming through for you with the an important lessons unfolding, because spiritual changes are unfolding. Unfolding coming through twice. So like I said, they're telling you something is coming. They're warning you that something is incoming. And it's time for you to maybe face your fears to get ready for that change is coming. Wow. Why do I feel like something here said that? So maybe you're feeling emotionally insecure right now. Not that you're insecure about your emotions, but you're not feeling secure in your emotions. You know, you're up and down. You're I'm hearing all the way around kind of thing. Um, and it's your emotions are feeling unsettled because it's warning you that something is coming. Your intuition saying, hey, we feel this kind of way because we either need to evolve, glow up, spiritual awakenings and changes, major ones are coming and we're becoming somebody new. We're being told to step into a body. Okay, so I'm giving the example, okay, of someone who may have been an introvert their whole life, okay? They didn't want to party or they didn't want to have any friends. They want to stick to themselves. And now they're feeling these urges of not being comfortable being alone anymore. Which is what these cards over here were saying, yes, you were fine not having any emotional connection in your life. You were fine being on your own. That was cool then, but now something is coming that needs you to be an extrovert. And you're feeling uncomfortable in your introvert energy because you're meant to be an extrovert now. Switch over, change, become something new. You want that attention now. That's what extroverts initially or essentially crave, to be seen, okay? You are not meant to be in the shadows anymore. Now, if you are someone who was an extrovert and you wanted to be in the spotlight and wanted to be around people, you may be feeling uncomfortable in crowds these days. And that is telling you that you're supposed to be, evolving into an introvert now. You're supposed to be conserving your energy and not being around too many people. So it's going to be different for everyone, honestly, because not everybody watching is going to be an introvert and extrovert. But I'm giving multiple examples so you kind of understand where I'm coming from. But facing fears, maybe you were an introvert because you were scared of interacting with the public. That needs to be, you need to overcome that now. Face your fear. You were an extrovert because you were scared of being alone. Now it's time for you to face that fear. You can't always be around people because you need to learn how to be by yourself sometimes. Yeah, okay. These cards owe somebody business, y'all. I don't like that. But anyway, you're watching a reading because you want the cards to be in your business, okay? So I'm gonna stop feeling bad. Anyway, we have Almoria, which is awakening presence. We're getting so much stuff about awakening. Yes, you're awakening into a new. It's like a upgrade. You're awakening into a new version of yourself, and it may be uncomfortable because it's not a version of you that you know. So it's like getting to know a new part of yourself. This is interesting. I like this reading. We have the universe is with you. Wear a cloak of protection and love. Okay. So you're meant to protect yourself during this time. Okay. But also still be loving, not being closed off. So maybe you're someone who is going to be receiving an increase in fame, an increase in money, an increase in people desiring you with this card here in the middle. I don't want to keep saying the word, okay? Yeah, there's an increase in that coming into your life and it's making you uncomfortable, or you're feeling uncomfortable because your soul, your spirit is sensing the change before your 3D self does. So your 5D self is feeling the change before your body, or like the 3D self does anyway. We have hope, love, and acceptance. I've never gotten her before. She's not pretty. We have love is yours. Recognize your divine worth. Choose loving thoughts. Yeah. So something here about facing your fears. Yup. And embracing the loving side of you, the accepting side of you. Embrace this new person you're becoming. Do not run away from them or try to suppress them. They are here for a reason, because there could be something in your life coming up where you need to be more introvert or extrovert. And there's a reason why you're kind of switching over into that aspect of yourself. Um, but love is yours. Recognize your divine worth. And there was something here about not recognizing your worth. Which card it came out in? Okay. You don't actually want to sleep with them. There may be something about them you admire or can learn from. So if you're feeling, oh, you know what this is coming through as? If you're feeling attracted to people you usually don't, or like I said, things you usually don't. There's a reason for it. But yeah, they said you must acknowledge or address the part of yourself that you find uncomfortable. So this new part, you're finding it uncomfortable. You need to address it. You can't keep running from it. Okay. But yeah, choose loving thoughts. There's something in one of these cards that said something about that. I'm trying to find it. Give me a second. Yeah, see, to deal with the hidden or conflicting aspects of yourself, the introvert versus the extrovert, they're fighting. The person who used to be attracted to this kind of guy, who's now attracted to this kind of guy, and they're fighting. You're like, no, we've always been attracted to this, to Bob's. And yourself is like, we're attracted to Troy's. We want Troy. But no, what about Bob? Who cares about Bob? We want Troy. Okay? That was the stupidest example ever, but I said it. Where is it? Okay. I was saying something about love is yours, recognize your divine worth. Yeah, there was something here about worth that was coming through. I'm gonna find it, don't worry. Yes, there we go. If you find money, whether by chance or after searching for it, there's something valuable about yourself you need to learn. Perhaps you're already close to discovery. You're close. Things are unfolding. Things are unfolding. Choose loving thoughts. So, recognize your divine worth, and money's coming through. So there's something about you needing to understand that you're worthy. The person that you're becoming is worthy as well. It's like I said, getting to know a new friend, a new part of yourself. This is so cute. I love this. And I love how she is. I think this is a lotus flower, and she's transforming. But also, this is a very much solar plexus energy, which is finding what lights you up in the world, what makes you feel confident in yourself. That's definitely what this solar plexus energy is giving me, or solar plexus chakra. Okay, so what are we going to next? Yeah, there was something here about worth. I knew there was something here. Learning your self-worth or accepting it. There's something that you need to, come to terms with. Now what we're going to do is get into the tarot cards to see what else we can get. What more can we get into? Why are you having these dreams? And charity just means it can be being more generous with others or being more generous with yourself, okay? So why are they having these dreams? What are their dreams trying to tell them? What are their dreams trying to tell them? Oopsie. What are their dreams trying to tell them? What are the dreams trying to tell them? Why are you being quiet? Give me the tea. Yeah, the tower. Exactly. Oh yes, things are falling apart. For it to be built back up better, stronger. There's a part of you that needs to fall away. A part of the life of what you're doing, how you're living, that needs to fall away because it's not going to be. I'm hearing it's not kosher. It's not going to be necessary, needed, or tolerated in this new reality that you're stepping into. Things are falling apart so you can face your fear. That's what the tower essentially means. It's divine order, where that lightning, because lightning is not, humans don't control when it rains. Humans don't control lightning. So literally that lightning striking that tower is divine intervention coming and attacking this tower, making it fall down, because the introvert person you built is not who you're meant to be. Okay, it could be a trauma response. The extrovert person you're trying to be is not who you're meant to be. Maybe you're supposed to be a mixture of both, or maybe you're someone who is trying to grow up to be let me give it a more realistic feel, because anybody can be an introvert or extrovert. Maybe you're someone who thought you were destined to be an accountant, okay, and you're just doing that because that's a safe thing. Like, it's supposed to be an accountant is like practical. But maybe you're someone who wants to be an actor. Maybe you're someone who wants to be in the spotlight, wants to be a part of Hollywood, and you're telling yourself, no, accounting is good. No, it's not. The tower is coming and making everything fall apart so you can embrace the part that you're running away from, essentially. Oh my, okay. Wow. We have the high priestess. Yeah, there's something you're running away from, you don't want to realize. These dreams are telling you. And this is the second time the high priestess come out. And she is the ruler of the dreams, because she is Pisces energy, and Pisces, the 12th house, is the dream realm. It's the psyche. Like I said, there's something that wants to be unlocked in your psyche that you're not letting through. You're running from it. You're keeping it locked up, and it's not going to be locked up for long. They said, "Oh, we coming. We don't care. Like, it's happening." You're going to either embrace it or keep running from it, but it's coming either way. But yeah, the high priestess, you're not trying to realize something. You're running away from something you know to be true already, you know? So it's kind of like, deep down, you don't want to be in a conflict. You know that's not your dream. And your dream is telling you that, but you're just like, why am I having this dream? Because you're doing something that you don't want to do. That's not making you happy. It's not fulfilling you. It's not giving you the attention you need, the fulfillment you need. It's not adding to your self-worth at all. If anything, it's taking away from it. And your dreams are telling you, hey, it's time for you to pivot, do something else. Stop, putting this blindfold on and hiding from the truth. What are their dreams trying to tell them? Oh my. And that's all I'm taking too. Acting a fool. Yeah, the Eight of Wands. Yeah, something's incoming. I just heard incoming or heads up. Like when somebody's throwing a ball your way from all the way across the field and it's a spiraling ball. And you know how sometimes in cartoons or whatever, the ball turns on fire because that's how fast and intense it is. It was a good throw, okay? And they're like, heads up. So if a ball is coming, like you're walking somewhere and somebody's throwing the ball at you from across the field and you're still running to the spot to get to the place where they're throwing the ball and it's coming in faster than you thought it would, of course the person's going to say heads up, so you know that it's coming in. And you can put your hands up or turn around or duck out the way so you're not going to get hit, So they're telling you incoming, this tower moment is coming. That lightning's going to strike, that ball going to come with a fierce spiral to hit you in the head. And they're telling you, hey, heads up, it's incoming. You're either going to turn around and catch it, You're either going to run out the way or you're either going to not listen to what they're saying and it's going to hit you in the back of the head. That's the best example I could give. Now we have the Six of Swords. Yes, exactly. Healing and moving on. So it's like, it's coming. It's incoming. It's coming in fast and hot and heavy, okay? And you need to move on. You need to heal, instead of rejecting it. Open yourself up to the healing that you need to go through before this thing comes in. And here we have Five of Pentacles in reverse. No more feeling lonely on your own. Isolating is what I just heard. Isolating yourself from the rest of the world. That's literally what the Five of Pentacles means. It's a very much energy of being on your own, feeling like you don't have anybody to turn to, you don't have help kind of thing. Displacement. Like you're trying something new. You're on a new journey and it's uncomfortable. Essentially, like being uncomfortable so you can grow. Because after the Five of Pentacles, which is seeking something, the Six of Pentacles is the generosity that comes in, which was coming through in this card over here. So yeah, you're coming out of the energy of being in the Five of Pentacles, of feeling lost, destitute, baroque, financial problems can also be a thing as well. You're coming out of that energy and they're like, incoming, money's coming in with this here, some relationship is coming in with this here, or some fame and status coming in with this here, okay? Boom. But the Six of Pentacles immediately comes after the Five of Pentacles, which is why you're coming out of this energy to embrace that charity. And that is what Six of Pentacles is. Charity, generosity, people giving to you, you getting stuff, okay? Boom. Okay. This was pretty straightforward, honestly. They're like, get ready. Get ready, because here I come. What song is that? That's an old back in the day song. Get ready, because here I come. And then I'm also hearing that. What's her name? Oh, what's her name? Her song was everywhere last year. Man, Lady Brooke, I think it is her name. Is it Lola Brooke? Lola Brooke. She has a song called Here I Come. So yeah, something's coming. So I'm hearing that song as well. Get ready, because here I come. And here I come. By Lola Brooke. Okay, come on. That's just one. That's two. I'll take two. Any final messages? Oh, why are you having these? Yeah, we have a flame. I'm taking that. I don't care. Something is coming. A flame will be ignited, under your boot, hey, telling you to do something, go after something, embrace something. We're going to get into these two first. We have the shadow. And what was I saying about dealing with your shadow? It was either in this group or group one. I really can't remember sometimes. But like the light and the shadow is coming together to create a more solid image. Because white, you can't really see anything. It's too bright. And shadow was like too dark or grainy. It's too dark. You can't see things clearly. So we have things that are clear, things that are unclear coming together to create a more solid image. And also what I love about this is who you were before. what's coming, but you can't see, which is why it's grainy, and it's going to come into picture. It's integrating. It's coming to be one. It's coming to become one. But it's almost there, which is why you're feeling it. You're feeling it, but it hasn't fully manifested or come, what is it called, grounded yet. Yeah. So light and shadow coming to become one, and it's also like giving Venn diagram. It's giving Venn diagram, like maybe finding things in common with other people, finding people who you have things in common with, because the Venn diagram is differences, and then the things that make you the same, which is what this is giving here. So find the things that instead of what sets you apart from what you want or who you're manifesting, whatever, who you want to become, find the things you have in common with that person first, and it will be easier to integrate the two together. Here we have the riddle. No wonder you're confused, because yes, we have riddles here, which they play games. I hate riddles. Like, they're so like, y'all just make things hard for no reason. Like, for why? We have the flame as well. The riddle, yeah, there's something that you're meant to solve. And like I said, they're giving you clues about it. It's happening. You can already feel the changes coming, but you don't have the full picture yet. It's still grainy, like I said. So the realities are like melding together but the riddle, they're giving you little hints that it's coming in, and you're feeling it, but it's kind of like you haven't solved it yet, because it's still a riddle. It's not the answer, it's the riddle. And then we have the flame, something being ignited, something coming in, it's a spark. Okay, so there's something about you need, like maybe need to be more fiery, more confident, more sure of yourself, kind of thing. I do want to read about the riddle in the book, because when I read from the book, it just always says whatever the reading said, and I love that. Okay, the riddle would be a what? The tools? Yes, 171. We have the puzzle, the question, the mystery. And it's funny how I said it's the riddle, not the answer, right? And then we have the question. So we have, when the riddle is present, one must stop searching for the right answer. It cannot be found, and ultimately it is not important. Rather, there must be a shift from the literal to the metaphorical. Mm-hmm. Basically what I was saying, yes. From logic to mythic. That's the 3D to the 5D. You are thinking too small and literally about the situation. The riddle card appears when the energy is deep and mysterious. That shadowy, grainy, you can't see it, can't understand it. It's not easily solvable, or I'm hearing soluble. So the riddle appears when the energy is deep and mysterious, like the elusive woman in a Zen koan. Focusing harder won't do it. Neither will increase the effort. Time, surrender, and humor are your only allies. What feels like the most pressing dilemma won't reveal its deeper wisdom for a long time. That's why they said unfolding. It's still unfolding. So it's not going to become clear. It's still unfolding, but they're warning you that a tower moment is coming. So, get ready. Sorry, it's still unfolding. What feels like the most pressing dilemma won't reveal its deeper wisdom for a long time. Eventually, you'll learn a profound lesson from the riddle. And I think something here about learning lessons did come through for y'all. Yes, an important lesson is unfolding, period. For now, get comfortable with the limitations of your intellect and the reality of not knowing. It may, in fact, be the only reality there is. Hmm. Now, when light, it's a great awakening or aha moment. But for the go deeper, we have practiced the Buddhist I don't know mind. Now, whatever that means, okay. Should I read for the flame as well? Or maybe the shadow, because that one seems mysterious. And it's funny how they said mysterious. Now we have a shadow. The shadow was the self, I believe. 117. Now, here we go. Okay. The unspeakable, the unwelcome, the denied. Although every card in the archetypes deck has a shadow potential, this card asks us to delve deep into the qualities of the shadow itself. We often think that the shadow can be purified, illuminated, or made right through effort and achievement. Yeah, there's something here about you wanting to work, 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 work. And they're like, no, just let it be, let it happen. You know, don't force it or don't like reject it, but let it happen. However, it is typically the case that our lofty pursuit of ascension and perfection is the very source of shadow material itself. By rejecting parts of ourselves and the world, we begin to separate from the whole. Rather than getting to know the qualities and content of our shadow, we busy ourselves with avoiding its presence. That facing fear, yep. This is denial. Ooh, when this card appears, it is time to take inventory of those things you've been denying. When the mind responds with no, anything but that, you are touching shadow. Find support for this deep inner work and move toward the shadow with patience and compassion and that love and acceptance. When light revealing unconscious aspects of the self and the world, okay? Now, if you want to go deeper, I think this is a book, Owning Your Shadow by R. Johnson. For those of you who like to read and like homework, there you go. But that's all that I have for you guys for this reading, though. There's something that is coming in, and they're like, just let it happen. Do not force it. The Tower moment cannot be forced. It just happens out of the blue. We don't expect it. We don't know when it's coming. It just drops into our lap like a freaking gift, okay, that we didn't ask for, okay. But yeah, I'm looking at how she's coming out of it all woozy and confused. You're not gonna see it coming, so don't try to see it coming. You feel the effects that it's coming in. Those are the warning signs that maybe get ready for impact. Get ready for I think impact is the right word. Get ready for impact. The ball is coming. Are you going to turn around and catch it? Are you going to dodge it? Do whatever you're going to do, but it's not going to stop it from coming. So it's better for you to just merge with the shadow and embrace the flame that it will bring. The riddle, once it solves, will bring a flame. So it's something new, something pure, something creative, something that you can find fulfillment in and excitement and passion in. But yeah, loving. That's all that I have for you guys. So I hope this video resonated. If it did, feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. Join the tribe, the Divine Fam. If you would ever like to book a personal reading with me, you could always get in contact with me using my email in the description box below. But I hope you're having a beautiful, wonderful day whenever you're watching this reading. And as always, I will see you guys in the next one. Bye. Hello, my gorgeous group threes. Welcome to your reading. If you chose these numbers, then you are in the right place. I really don't know what this could mean in a dream. Like, is it like a math test maybe? That's my guess. I didn't look at the card, honestly. I like to be surprised with you guys, but I just see a bunch of numbers. So it's either numbers, math equations. You're taking a test at school. Those are my guesses. But we're gonna see because you guys also got a second card, and this looks scandalous. So we're gonna get into it immediately. Before I forget, when I saw this zero here, it immediately made me think of the Facebook insignia. The F and the color of Facebook, because the outer is blue and the F is white. So maybe there's something here about social media, numbers, analytics, something like that, since we have numbers here, and that just came through, honestly. I'm like, okay, Facebook is important, but what could be important with Facebook in particular, social media in particular, numbers, something like that. So we're going to get into it, but this reading is going to be about what are your dreams trying to tell you, okay? What are your dreams trying to tell you? You've been having dreams, you can understand them. And I already went to the whole spiel of group 1 and group 2, but I had a crazy dream recently trying to spark this whole, what was my dream about? What are your dreams trying to tell you? Because it was a crazy dream. I think I talked about it a little bit in the intro, but I want to keep talking about it in group 1, 2, and 3. So if you want to hear about it, go listen to the intro or maybe the beginning of group 2. I really went into it there. But yeah, anyway, if you want to know what kind of crazy dreams I'll be having. Like I said, I was trying to do this reading for a minute, but I feel like I forgot that I have this deck, which is the Dream Decoder deck, where it kind of tells you what specific things that happen in your dream mean, okay? So let's get it right into it. We have numbers. Numbers in a dream can be significant. Some initial possibilities to consider are house or apartment numbers, phone numbers, and meaningful dates, for example, birthdays and anniversaries. A dream about your own PIN may suggest you're being too secretive or self-centered. If a 2-digit or more number it fails to reveal meaning, try looking at the individual digits in turn. If you're still stumped, take a numerological approach. Numerology looks at the symbolic meaning of numbers, especially in terms of spiritual growth. In brief, number 1 suggests new beginnings, 2 relationships. 3, creativity. 4, stability. 5, change. 6, nurturing. 7, truth. 8, wealth. 9, awareness. 0, timelessness and eternity. In general, odd numbers are perceived as possibly anxious or threatening, and even numbers are more reassuring and positive. Of course, small numbers can appear as things. If, for example, there are 2 horses in a dream, perhaps they represent a significant pairing in your life. Okay, so y'all are having dreams about numbers, or maybe in your waking world, you are seeing a lot of angel numbers. So they kind of like a little breakdown of numerology here. But let's get into the next part of the card. There's something here about numbers. Or I'm hearing deadlines. You could be on a deadline that's kind of stressing you out as well, for somebody out there on a deadline. Or maybe you're trying to increase numbers on social media or something like that, or just something about numbers is not helping. And you're seeing a lot of angel numbers as well. So it's kind of like, what are the numbers? What do they mean? Okay. So the next one we have is cheating on a partner. Oh my. Dreams of sexual cheating in which you are the betrayer are rarely about you cheating in real life. They are often an indication that your relationship needs aren't being met in some way. You might be feeling neglected or fearful your partner may abandon or betray you. If you're the guilty party in the dream, pay attention to who you're having an affair with. Contrary to popular belief, this is not a wish fulfillment dream. Sleeping with someone else probably means there's some aspect of their personality you need to assimilate with yourself. If you don't know the person, this indicates that you feel something is missing from your current relationship or life in general. Excitement, perhaps. If you dream your partner is cheating, the likely interpretation is more obvious, relating to your own feelings of insecurity or of being sidelined in some way that you need to address in real life. Oh gosh, why is this even in the deck? That's crazy. Okay. Something here about uncertainty, cheating on a partner. Not that you're actually having these dreams. You could actually be having these dreams, and if you are, then drop a T in the comments. Let me stop. If you are having these dreams, this one is kind of, I don't know. It's hard for me to grasp in group 1 and group 2's was. So I am going to pull more cards, probably one more. I pull 3 for each reading, but if I need more clarity, I'm gonna keep pulling cards. I don't care. What are the dreams trying to tell them, please? I already got 2 off the bat. You have being chased. Wait, I'm not taking. I still want to take as many as I need. Not okay. These are so many cards. I can't read all of these. Okay, so some of you felt called to group 1 and group 2. Go watch group 1 and group 2, because this one came out in group 2, and this one came out in group 1. Okay, so if you feel called to those groups, go watch them. So I can't take all of these. These will just be repeating cards, but they basically speak about being out of control. You're not knowing where things are happening, so you're feeling not in control of your life because disasters represent things we can't control. Okay, so feeling out of control. And this is something about you being unsettled about something. And then this is about you needing more intimacy in either physical relationships, or you need to find the part of yourself and find more intimacy with yourself kind of vibe, you know? You're having this kind of dream, and it's not about the person you're having it with. There's something, there's something here about, maybe I'll take this one because they're talking about cheating and having intimacy with people. And then this one is like, it's crucial to the meaning. The identity of your partner is in the dream is crucial to the meaning, since they will represent aspects of yourself you need to open up or integrate. So yeah, there's something, and that's what they said a little in this card as well, where it's not about how you know the person. It's just that something is missing from your relationship or in your life in general. And then it says, this is not a wish fulfillment. Sleeping with someone else probably means there's some aspect of their personality you need to assimilate within yourself. And that's essentially what this card is saying here. So we're not taking this one. It's going to be like a repeat. But I mean, I guess we can get into these ones. Why not? Here we have, we're going to go with being chased. This is a top 10 dream. Cool. Or not. We have being chased in a dream is a powerful indication that you're trying to avoid someone or something waking life. Running away or feeling the need to hide or escape usually carries the same meaning, even when no specific threat appears. When the identity of the threat is apparent, it may offer you clues. But if it remains vague, generalized, or unknown, as it often does, chances are it has an emotional source. Perhaps you're trying to deny or hide from painful feelings, or you may be running from a responsibility or expectation, either self imposed or placed upon you by others. If you continue to avoid dealing with the issue, there's a likelihood that this unsettling but common dream will recur. Such dreams can be hard to interpret since they require a considerable degree of self understanding. Use a close friend as a sounding board can often help. So, using a close friend as a sounding board for what you could potentially be running from. You may not know, but a friend may have more deeper meaning, which is funny because there is something that was coming through in some readings that I was doing for TikTok where spending time with friends, you know, if you're feeling unsettled, your friends will have a better perspective because they know how you operate and they've seen you go through things in your life. So they may know what could be bothering you if you just talk to them, confide in them essentially. Here we have robots and aliens. This one kept showing up when I was shuffling the deck for the options for you guys to choose in the beginning, so I'm glad it came out. We have aliens and or UFOs in a dream may indicate your desire to escape reality. There's something you're running from because being chased means you're running from something, and UFOs indicate your desire to escape reality. You're running from facing something. Okay, so recurring messages. Perhaps your mind is visionary in character. Your imagination can take you beyond the limits of the ordinary. The downside of this abundant creativity is that you may have problems fitting in with worldly expectations. There may be some lack of connection between yourself and others. You may feel different in some way and struggle to conform to the requirements of a role. That what was coming through here as well. This kind of dream is urging you to celebrate your uniqueness. It may also suggest that there are aspects of yourself you have yet to discover. Um, Dreams about robots may have a similar meaning, but expressed as a warning. You may be losing your individuality in your attempts to conform. What? Alternatively, you may need to be more logical and less emotional in your daily life. Or could the opposite be true? The dream's mood may make this clearer. So you're either becoming a part of the flock and not being a leader, and you're losing your individuality, or you're doing things too out of the box, too crazy. You know, you're not listening to logic. Okay, is what I'm getting with the, or this could be the opposite. Okay, now this one we have transport. Any mode of travel is likely to convey a message about the way you're making progress in your life. The most significant question is whether or not you're driving or navigating, or are you just a passenger? The later scenario suggests you're being passive and might benefit from taking more control. You need to drive your own life forward. The direction and speed of travel will offer further interpretive clues. Aircraft and dreams suggest new experiences and excitement. Bicycles indicate a need for balance. There may be opposing forces or people you need to reconcile. If you're in a bus or coach, this suggests conformity. Given the association water carries, boats or ships point to an exploration of your emotional self. Now, this bus is if you're on a bus or a coach, this suggests conformity. That was coming through in this card here. So another repeat message. You're conforming to what everybody else is doing instead of being your individual self, okay? Which is where you thrive. That's what I just heard. Trains can mean you're too dependent on others or insufficiently flexible. Though if you're the driver, perhaps others depend on you. Cars represent the image you present. Caravans or trailers suggest an unconventional approach. So something else about unconventional approaches. So the common thread through all these cards is running away from responsibility. I'm not wanting to face something. Angel numbers telling you to do something and something is coming, or to warn you about something and you're completely ignoring it. Cheating on a partner. There's some part of yourself that is lacking something because your life is lacking excitement, which is what the plane meant over here, like exciting new adventures. So basically, you want to move somewhere, you want to go somewhere, but you may be stuck on how to do it, or the mode of transportation you've chosen to move forward in your life is conforming, and you're not meant to conform. You're meant to be different, and the angel numbers could be warning you about that. You know, I'm immediately giving the example of someone who is a creator, and instead of sticking to their own individuality and things that they come up with in their creativity, they're conforming to what made somebody else popular on social media. And that is not your lease on life. That is what made them popular. It doesn't mean automatically it's going to make you popular. So you need to stick with your original ideas and stop trying to follow everybody else. Essentially what this is kind of saying. You may want more views because you think, oh, following behind so and so got them that many views, I should do the same thing. No, that may be their strong suit, you know, and that's what, you know, brings them attention. But your strong suit lies elsewhere, and you're trying to follow behind everybody else instead of forging your own path. It's essentially what they're saying, and it depends on which way you are passively letting life pass you by. Is what I'm getting with this transport. You're either going to be in a plane where you want to run away from things and seek new adventures. That could be your way to move forward. You're either in a car where it's more personal, you know, and how you're projecting yourself to the world. It could be a ship with how you're emotionally showing up, you know. And they said something about here, you're putting too much emotion to something. Yes. Alternatively, you may need to be more logical and less emotional in your daily life. So you're making it emotional about emotions when it's all about logistics, you know. Essentially that's what social media is, you know. It's a what do they call it? A horse race. You know, some people start and the fastest horse goes off and gets the most followers, and then, you know, before you know it, the underdog comes up and becomes in the lead kind of vibe. It's like a horse race. It's going to be every horse is going to different horses are going to be winning at different times. So because this person's shot off to fame into the stratosphere doing one thing, you may try to conform to that thing, and it's not going to work for you because that's not what you're supposed to be doing. That's what's going to make them win, not you win. So, you know, that kind of thing is coming through. So your mode of transportation may need to be tweaked a little bit. Maybe you're trying to like I said, go somewhere in a plane instead of, you know, making it more personal and going somewhere in a car. The plane worked for that person. The car is your way, or the train is your way. You know what I mean? If that makes sense. Or the ship is your way. Maybe you're supposed to do things more emotionally, which would be a ship or a cruise. You know, maybe you're supposed to do things more exciting, adventuristic, which would be the plane. Maybe, like I said, you're supposed to make it a more personable feel, which would be a car, because the cars represent the image you present. You know, caravans or trails can suggest unconventional approaches. So it depends how you want to move forward in that in our case, how you want to be transported. Bless you. But yeah. And trains mean you're too dependent on others. So I guess it really just depends here. But numbers is like some initial possibilities to consider are house or apartment numbers, phone numbers, meaningful dates. Maybe you're dreaming about numbers and they're telling you this date is upcoming, you know, or like I said, a deadline, an important deadline is coming and you're stressing. Maybe you've given yourself a deadline saying, if I don't have this many followers or subscribers by this date, I'm going to give up. And that date is coming up and you're like, oh my gosh, you're stressing because you haven't even reached your goal, you know? Or you've been putting so much work into something and it's not bearing fruit, and it's kind of like, well, maybe it's time for you to move on to something else. Or like I said, take a more unconventional approach. You're following the fray. You need to, you know, remove yourself from the pack mentality. You're supposed to be the alpha, not the beta. Okay. And see, there's something that, like I said, you're being avoided. You're being avoiding the problem. So like, it's like you're not seeing what the problem is, and the angel number trying to tell you, and you're not realizing. So what we're gonna do is keep going to see if anything, because what I know about this group, I mean, about group one and group two, the messages are gonna repeat, and the reading's gonna become more clear as we go along. So what energy are they meant to embody? This is the Keepers of Light Oracle card. We're gonna see what energy or what you're meant to embody, what you are being told to essentially do and be. Because with these dreams, we have hope, love, and acceptance. Love is yours. Recognize your divine worth. Choose loving thoughts. So you're stressed out and maybe you're thinking you don't deserve it, you're not worthy of it, or it was working for them, why it's not working for me, because you're you and that's them, essentially. So keep the hope alive. So yeah, there is something here about you doing something and maybe wanting more followers, more notoriety, more money from it as well. Which is why I said, if you feel called to group two, go watch it. There's something about you wanting more of that, but you're not embodying who you are. You're not being your authentic self, and therefore it's not. People can tell when you're being fake. You know. Okay, we have Master Buddha, increased awareness, deep connection, trust your inner voice. You're running away from your inner voice. It's telling you maybe this is not for you. Maybe it's time for you to switch it up. Maybe it's time for you to tank it. Maybe it's time for you to do something different, and you're not listening. What you're going to do is move up. I said so. Sorry. Yes, I talked to the cards. Leave me alone. They doesn't know how to act. Okay. We have Master Buddha, increased awareness, deep connection, trust your inner voice. Your inner voice is trying to tell you something, and it's literally chasing you into your dreams. And you're just like, what do you want from me? To listen to me is what it wants from you. We have Hilarion, which is divine healing. Honor your sensitivity. Retreat to charge and reheal. No, retreat to recharge and heal. Your light can support others. So they're telling you that your specific light, your specific lease and or lot in life is you being authentic and not following behind everybody else, because you have specific messages to convey to the collective that other people don't. So stop conforming and doing what works for them. You may have a higher purpose in them with divine healing. You're meant to heal. So whatever you feel called to do, do it. Follow your creative passions, no matter how unconventional or out there they may seem, no matter how many you're too focused on the numbers. Maybe you're those readings, or I'm saying readings, okay, so maybe you could be a reader. Those readings or posts are not getting as many views as other people. So you're trying to, jump ship. And it's funny because ship came through in transport. You're trying to jump ship and do what they're doing now. But it's like, no, stick with what you're doing. It may take longer, and you may look like the underdog now, but it may procure more success for you in the end. Now we have faith, humanity, and benevolence. Stay calm. Trust the good in yourself and others. See the light in the world. You've given up. You've given up. Maybe on humanity, on thinking that good things can happen to you. You've given up on following your heart, essentially. We have Diana, focus intention. Think about what you desire, set your sights high, expect the best possible outcome. And that's just about it. And I love how it's coming out under the whole be you, be individualistic, do not conform. Do not conform. And stay positive too. And we have Krishna, which is devotion. Yeah, stay positive and devote yourself to what you're doing. Do not give up now. I'm hearing, don't stop me now. Don't stop me because I'm having a good time. I'm having a good time. Shooting through the sky like a tiger. I'm so offbeat. I'm sorry. Defying the laws of gravity. That song coming through, Don't Stop Me Now by Queen. But trust your spiritual guidance. Your commitment has been recognized. You are loved unconditionally. Exactly. Keep going. Do not stop. That's what your dream's trying to tell you. You're letting the thoughts and the fears kind of overcome you. The feeling of being chased, the feeling of maybe not being enough, the feeling of like a deadline. Like I said, a chase is like somebody's chasing you. You're waiting for it to catch up to you. So I'm also hearing maybe imposter syndrome. You're waiting for someone to come and tell you, oh hey, you've been, and you're not real. You're not this. You're not that. You're waiting for something to catch up to you maybe, and it's not going to, because it's your fears that are chasing you, and it could be your fears that are keeping you going. And instead you need to be your positivity, your belief in yourself that needs to keep you going, your focus, intention, your devotion. Yeah. At the bottom of the deck here we have Mother Mary, love and peace. Let go of the need to be right, choose peace. Mother, healing is possible at this time. Okay, so I'll just put her over here. Now we're going to get into tarot cards. I'm still kind of confused what this reading is saying, but I do feel like it's like, don't focus on the numbers. There's something here about numbers like psyching you out, making you scared, feeling like you're being chased, and like I said, you're on a deadline and things like coming at you or is about to be over. You're gonna, like you're about to be. It's like essentially you're on a So we're gonna use the example of being chased by the police. Okay, sooner or later they're gonna catch you, or you think that it's gonna catch up with you. Um, and you're gonna, like I said, be deemed an imposter, someone who is a criminal. You're gonna be arrested or caught or put away or called out, essentially. And it's like, no, that's not what's going to happen, because you need to trust your spiritual guidance. Your commitment is being recognized. And I'm hearing the revolution is not televised. That's always coming through. The revolution is not televised. The things that you go through is not televised. The things that other people may go through as well. If you find yourself comparing yourself to others, trying to conform to what they're doing, it's not televised. What people are going through and the harshness of life and, some circumstances are not always public knowledge. So the things you're going through can very well, obviously, other people are going through it as well. Nobody televises, the hardships. Nobody terrorized is interesting. You could be terrorizing yourself, or others are terrorizing you, or your thoughts are terrorizing you, honestly. But it's not televised. The struggles people go through, they're not going to be, oh, I'm putting on social media, oh my gosh, like I have to do this and I have to do that, and I went through so many things to get this many followers or get this far in my career or whatever, you know. I keep hearing imposter syndrome. So you feel like maybe this is not your path, this is not your leash or lot in life, and they're like, it is. Just keep going because your hard work is being recognized. We have the Five of Pentacles in reverse. Yeah, it's like your time feeling like an outcast or being on your own, and feeling like your efforts are not being realized is coming to an end. Feeling left out in the cold, your efforts for naught. I can't stand myself. Here we have Knight of Wands. Yeah, see, it's like just keep following your dreams impulsively and passionately. Do not give up now. That don't stop me now. We have the Emperor, we have the Knight of Pentacles. You know what? I'm gonna flip these over. I don't think they're supposed to come out in reverse. The Nine of Pentacles is leading to abundance. You're going to be rewarded for your efforts. It's definitely a vibe that's coming through. And the Emperor is like feeling more in control. So the Five of Pentacles is definitely not feeling in control, and it's like, um, you've been putting in the work, and your efforts, like I said, are not being realized. You're not being rewarded for all the things you've been doing, your devotion so far. But it's like it's coming. You have to just keep being in this Knight of Wands. The only thing separating the Five of Pentacles from the Nine of Pentacles is the Knight of Wands, which is continuously going, whether you, it's kind of like believing in yourself even if other people don't believe in you, kind of thing. That devotion, like I said. Interesting. That faith is coming through as well. Faith and hope is coming through. Faith, hope, devotion. Believe, like I said, believing in yourself, continuously chasing the goal that you set out for yourself. And it's kind of like something the universe is winking at you, like, you got this. Just keep going. Nine of Pentacles, that abundance is coming through. And numbers, like I said, you could be, numbers could also represent like money as well. You're following the numbers. Then every time you're always opening and checking your account, or checking your account. I meant to say bank account, and then social media account. I'm sorry. And like the numbers are staying the same, but nothing's growing. You're not getting any money. You're just struggling and worrying about being broke, essentially, or being lost, not knowing where to go, not knowing what this is your lease in life. You know, feeling like you're not on the right path is essentially what I'm getting as well. And it's like that time is coming, but you need to definitely double down on what you're doing with Knight of Wands. Put more passion and impulsivity, maybe more arrogance behind it. You know, like the Knight of Wands may not be fully qualified for what he wants to do, but he's definitely gonna fake it until he makes it. He has that charm, and he has that false sense of security, knowing everything's gonna work out for him, whether it does or not. He just has that arrogance about him, you know? He's gonna do whatever he wants. And it doesn't matter if this ever becomes something or not. If it's lighting you up and making you feel happy, then why? Like, it doesn't matter. Devote yourself to it. And when you do, it may lead to something in the end. What else does group 3 need to know? What are their dreams trying to tell them? Just stop focusing on the numbers. Even though it says focus on the numbers, here we have Hierophant. Yeah, there's something here about dedication. Your dedication is going to pay off your, what is it called? Your hard work is going to pay off. I'm seeing that card from the Moonology deck. Your hard work is going to pay off, which is literally what this card says here. And what are they holding there? It's like something that's smoking. Like, it's giving me food. Like, maybe if you need like some advice, seek advice, because the Hierophant does give that card as well, like spiritual knowledge. If you need advice, if you need to, like, you know, go to someone and ask them for help or something. If you need help, you should never be afraid to ask for it. It's what the Hierophant card is coming through. Is coming through as they're telling me. And the Emperor is always like, you're in control. And the sometimes the best things you can do when you're feeling out of control is to ask for help. The Emperor knows he needs help. The Emperor doesn't do everything by himself. Yes, he's in control of a lot of things, but he has people helping him, you know. So if you need help, ask for it. I mean, the Hierophant is there like to learn more about something. It's like school, it's institutions, reading. So maybe you need to go to school about something if you feel like you're an imposter. Maybe get a certified degree or something that proves that you belong. I want one more card though. What are their dreams trying to tell them? The Hierophant also represents, I'm not really getting much about like relationships, but it can also represent committing yourself, doubling down, like I said, recommitting yourself to something and stop like waffling, like, oh, I'm one foot in, one foot out. No, fully dedicate yourself, make a program, make a routine, a schedule to stay on the right path. The Hierophant is very much that energy, holding yourself accountable for things. Three of Wands, exploring, keep going is what I'm hearing. Keep going and have a good time while doing it. Can I get one more card? What is the dream trying to tell them? Oh, yeah, it was supposed to come out. Three of Wands. Wow, that's crazy. What are these cards here? We have the Fool in reverse, the Queen of Swords in reverse. Yeah, stop thinking so much about everything. Like that just kind of that ruins everything, honestly. It ruins the thrill. Like bringing logic to certain things, it's not fun. Like we don't need that. We don't need logistics here. Yes, one of these cards said something about that. I promise you it did. It said something about logic, and no, that was group two. Yes, if you feel caught in group two, please go watch group two because that came through. There's something about stop being so logical about everything. There's like a balance between being logical and then being mythical, This Queen of Swords, like being overly logical or focusing too much on the analytics of something, the numbers, exactly the scientifics behind it. Don't focus on that. Queen of Swords in reverse. Here we have the Fool in reverse. No need to start over. No need to scrap it. Like you're not done. This journey's not over yet. You can't start anything new yet because this journey is not over. That we have the Nine of Wands in reverse. Like don't give up. Continue fighting to completely and fully devote yourself to this thing if this is what you really want. Don't be chased away. Because that could also be the meaning that card takes on as well. You're being chased away from something by your thoughts, your mind, and don't let that happen. Don't do that to yourself. I'm shooting stars into the sky like a tiger, defying the laws of gravity. Like Lady Godiva. No, no, there's no stopping me. I'm racing through the sky, yeah. That's why they call me Mr. Fahrenheit. That passion, that flame, that Knight of Wands energy. I'm moving at the speed of light. I'm gonna make a supersonic man out of you. Don't stop me now because I'm having such a good time. I'm having a ball. Yes, just you need to bring back the fun into it. Stop thinking of it as like work or a job or, letting the numbers distract you from something. Just have a good old time. For those of you, maybe this could be about school and you're letting your grades affect something because you're not doing the best. You need to bring the passion back into it. Why did you start studying this thing in the first place? Don't let the numbers and what society is telling you. If you don't have a perfect 4.0 GPA, like you're not worth anything, or like don't like you chose this for a reason. It's like I said, it's time to double down. Okay, so I'm going to pull some cards from here to see what else we need to know. But these cards have been perfectly summing up the entire reading, and I'm still a little confused about what the reading is about. Yeah, bring some levity back to the situation. There's something here about you being funny, you being like luxurious, you having this ability to leave people's jaws on the floor and to entertain that kind of thing. And there's no need for you to be so worried, is what I'm hearing. There's no need for you to be worried or feel like you don't belong because you do. Stay calm, trust in the good in yourself and others, see the light in the world. Don't let the darkness overcome you. This Five of Pentacles. Honor your sensitivity, retreat to recharge and heal. Your light can support others. It's okay to take breaks. It's okay to put things on pause for a little bit to heal yourself. Because if these thoughts are like taking you this bad that you're thinking of giving up, maybe it's time for you to take a step back and do something else. And then when you come back, you're going to come with a fresh perspective, that kind of thing. So there's something in your life that you're focusing too much on the money or the numbers or the views, the subscribers, something like that. And it's kind of like it's taking the joy out of it. When you do things to get numbers or to get views, it takes the joy out of it. And people can tell that you're not authentic, that you're not really enjoying yourself. You're, like I said, if you're doing a specific video or something because it worked for another creator, this person's going to know that either you stole it or copied the idea, or that this is not where your heart lies. Because of course, if it's a topic you don't want to talk about, you're not going to be as lively and aware and as and passionate as you usually are when it's something that you chose to do yourself. People can tell the difference. So that's the kind of thing that's coming through for you guys, honestly. But with the comic, it's like, yeah, bring back more fun. You don't have to be so serious about everything. That Queen of Swords universe. Things don't always have to be so serious and so hard all the time. Sometimes you can be light. Some things can be fun. Some things can be different, out of the box. And I don't know why this cheating on a partner is like giving me, you're thinking of leaving this behind and starting something else. And it's kind of like you feel like you're cheating on your dream, your goal, your like what you've been putting so much time into. It's like, no, that's not it. There's just something in whatever you're being called to right now that you need. Like they said, the cheating of a partner. The person who you're sleeping with doesn't mean you want to be with them or they're a wish fulfillment. It just means there's something about them that you are needing right now to incorporate into your life, into your personality, that you're not getting where you currently are right now. So if you're doing something right now, like I said, this social media or a job or school, and it's not making you happy, there's something about starting something new, having a new hobby, finding a new passion that's going to bring that passion back into your life, so you can eventually come back to this thing. So don't think of it as cheating. Just think of it as a detour. That kind of thing. But here we have the castle, which is all things luxurious, and then we have agape, which is literally leaving people agape. It's shock, it's awe. People are in awe of you. You have such this deep connection. You have this inner voice that kind of calls people to you, and you could do it in maybe in a funny way that makes it funny, or you could do it in a way that makes it seem luxurious or whatever, or leave people shocked, their jaw on the floor, like I said. And there's something about you that doesn't believe that about yourself. So what we're gonna do is get into the book and read all three. So I feel like you need to hear all three. So let's get into it immediately. Immediately. So we're gonna start with the comic 113. The Joker, the Clown, the Fool. On the Fool did come out in reverse. The comic carries a remedy for all that ails this world. That's you. Amid the deepest pain and suffering, there is always the potential to lift up and out of darkness through laughter. Though dismissed by some as loud, lowbrow, or unsophisticated, this archetype actually has a highly advanced mind. Some may use the word genius, as humor requires one to see the situation from afar rather than to be swept away by the drama. The comic sees and accepts the messiness of life, using it as material to be mixed and shaped into a potion to soothe the stressed and serious mind. And for some of you, you're not living enough life to gain inspiration from, and that's what they're telling you to do. And it's not cheating on this thing by putting it aside and retreating to recharge and heal. It's just, like I said, putting your energy somewhere else to then be able to come back with a new fresh perspective. They literally lighten us up. Thus, within the comic is usually the sage or the magician, working healing magic upon any audience who will lend an ear. So there is something about you having an audience here. So I wasn't bugging. The comic may be the archetype that heals the deep division in our world, one pun at a time. So like I said, you're seeing that maybe more serious we're gonna go with tarot reading. More serious tarot readers get more views of people who believe them because they're like more serious. It was like people don't always need a serious tarot reader. Sometimes people need a jokey tarot reader. Sometimes people need some humor. They need some fun, some passion, and that's what you provide that somebody else can't. So stop trying to be a robot, which is boring and clinical and serious, and learn to be an alien, someone who's different, someone who embraces their differences and embraces what makes them unique instead of pushing against it. Maybe you may come off as low brow and unsophisticated, but obviously you're not, because we have the castle here, and we know castles hold what? Royalty. You're royalty, okay? Boom. Like, you're just, like I said, imposter syndrome. You're just like, oh, I'm not like every other tarot reader on YouTube. Like, I'm too funny or I'm too unserious. It's like, well, that's what some people need, and your people will find you. Period. Okay. We have hilarious, ingenious, spirited, and easygoing. I'm too easygoing to be a tarot reader. Tarot reading is supposed to be serious and about serious topics, and you're doing more fun topics. And it's like, well, that is how you will help heal and uprise the world and make them happy. They said it. They're highly advanced, and they may use, it's the word genius. It's like healing through fun, through laughter, you know? hmm And here we have joy, jokes, and smiles are signs of a happy heart. Be wary of spiritual practices or teachers who leave the comic by the wayside. It literally just said that. You're watching or comparing yourself to these other readers, but it's like, okay, they may have more followers, but okay, you don't, that is going to drain your energy more than anything else. Being serious, putting comedy to the wayside, that's not for you. So yeah, you're focusing too much on the numbers, the views, the subscribers, the money. You're checking that, worrying about that. And it's like, you're meant to have fun with this, and it's not supposed to be serious, okay? Stop stressing yourself out and comparing yourself to other people, because you're not other people. You're you. You're unique. You're an alien. It says it here. Okay. So we have the castle, which would be a place, and it is 149. The castle, the palace, the penthouse, the fortress. Okay, it's no wonder fairy tales tell of sleeping princesses within castle walls. Like most archetypes, the castle is loaded with duality. It represents abundant riches, seductive fantasy, ornate wonders, and lavish adornments. Yet the walls are thick, cold, and shadowy. This card points to a tendency to hold on to possessions, quite possibly a literal home, or a position that project the image of achievement while the soul longs to run barefoot in the forest. Yes, you are constricting yourself to being this highbrow, uppity, nose in the air kind of person because you live in a castle and people see you as like a fairy tale character. And it's like, well, fairy tales are cold and hard, yes, but within it lie fairy tales. It represents wonders, lavish adornments, abundant riches, seductive fantasies. They may be cold and thick, but within it is what matters, what lies within the castle. Okay, and it says you are trying to be in a position that projects the image of achievement, the Nine of Pentacles. You know what I mean? You don't want to be seen as someone who may not have it all or may not have their life together. You want to be seen as someone who has all the answers. And it's like, you do, but you don't. And that's where your power lies, in that in between space. Okay. You want to, yeah, that Knight of Wands. You want to run carefree and do whatever you want and be impulsive and believe and be arrogant and happy and carefree, and you're trying to be someone who's more responsible and, strict than that Queen of Swords. And that's not you. So stop trying to be it. Okay. You are smart. You are ingenious, but you're not boring, clinical, logical. You're not that. You're not supposed to be for whatever this thing is you're trying to manifest. Okay. So run barefoot in the forest, leaving it all behind. At times we must settle down, yet the castle lulls us with its spell of materialism, and we fall asleep. And we fall asleep to our deepest dreams. The castle can be a motivating force, an enchanting goal to travel inward, but it is best not to linger within its walls of decadent deception for too long. So you may be trying to be, like I said, the palace, the penthouse, the fortress, this person who is cold and foreboding and hard to and shadowy, and you want to come off as someone who is rich and abundant, like I said before, but you're meant to come off as someone who is fun and playful and dreamy kind of. You're supposed to be this comic, this release for people, not something that kind of wants to who who reminds them of all the struggles. You're supposed to be, like I said, an escape, essentially. So the castle may look good, and then the castle may have all these things of like, seductive fantasy and whatever, but at the end of the day, it's just a wall that's thick, cold, and shadowy. It's the energy you bring with you that, or it's the person who's in the castle and inhabiting the castle that brings the energy there. The person in there could be a Queen of Swords, and then the castle's not going to be a genie, huh? No, but if you're the Nine of Wands energies, it's going to be a fun castle, if that makes sense, Be more fun and not so clinical and harsh. That's literally what this is trying to say here. Stop judging yourself so harshly. Give yourself some grace. The Castle can be motivating force and a chance and goal to travel toward, but it is best not to linger within its walls of decadent deception for too long. That's like lying to yourself, essentially. We have visiting your throne of power when light. We have when dark, stuckness, depression, spells, and walls. So that kind of be where you're placing yourself. Now you're placing yourself within these walls, saying you can only do this, you can only do that in order to have success because this person was doing that and they got success, but that's not you. You're supposed to do things that are different out of the box. Out of the box, out of the box. Okay, now we're gonna get to the agape, which is an initiation. Yeah, this is your evolution, is what I wanted to say. This is your evolution. You know you have this power to be a comic and bring light, happiness, levity, ingenious ideas to the surface, creativity. You can be a castle, but as long as the castle looks like abundant on the outside and is fun and free on the inside. And now we're going to go to gape, which is 211. Agape, devotion and unconditional love, and that keeps coming through. And that's literally what this one card is saying. Trust your spiritual guidance. Your commitment has been recognized. You are loved unconditionally. Krishna devotion coming through again. So devotion, unconditional love, period. And then here we have love and acceptance. Let me not cover the card. We read all those already. Let me move them up. What if instead of putting yourself at the center of your spiritual practice, you put God, goddess, or nature at the center? How will this change your approach? So you are a vessel for God, spirit, gods, goddess to nature. You are not. And that is what makes you different as well. So stop focusing on material wealth and numbers and money and focus it on you being a channel for spirit. They're giving you these ideas, these topics for a reason, and you're not honoring them by doing it. You're not showing your devotion, is what I'm getting as well. But I'm done. Let me go back to it. How would this change your approach? Such is the energy of a gape. It is alive when we are in awe and wonder, our breath taken away by the sacred force that surrounds us and asks us for nothing in return. This card can indicate a spiritual initiation that stretches your capacity to love and serve. Your sense, you sense the earthly as the heavenly and vice versa. Such an initiatory moment can appear in any form, and like a healing balm to the modern soul, its effects last a lifetime. The agape card may also suggest you reassess what you worship every day, consciously or unconsciously. What are you elevating? Where does the sacred ladder you climb ultimately lead to? When light, service, reverence, honor, and joy. So you have forgotten why you're doing what you're doing. You need to redevote yourself. You're doing this because you want to be a vessel for spirit. Okay, whatever it is that you're doing. I'm getting mostly like, social media numbers. What you're doing or what you've decided to dedicate your time to is not giving you the numbers, the physical abundance that you want, but it's the spiritual abundance you need to be seeking, not the return. The job you're doing should be rewarded enough. You shouldn't be seeking money in return or, fame in return for that. It's like come back to center why you started doing this in the first place with this devotion. Spiritual guidance keeps coming through again. So spirituality has a big part to play in this card. I mean, in this reading, especially with Buddha here. Deep connection and trust your inner voice. So inner voice, your sensitivity, your divine worth, your spiritual guidance. There's something here about you being connected to spirit in a way other people aren't, and you're supposed to give them those messages, and they're bringing it to you in a way where it's fun and light. That's what people need, and that's what you can provide them. You bring service, reverence, honor, and joy. There are people who look at you highly and are devoted to you. No matter how many numbers you have, you do have people who support you. So you don't make it about the fame, of it all. That's essentially what I'm getting for this group. Your dreams are telling you to stop fearing that you're not successful enough, that you're not doing what needs to be done. Because it's like, if once you go back to center and focus or refocus, you're going to find everything you need. And this, the Gape card, may also suggest you reassess what you worship every day, consciously or unconsciously. I'm getting that worshiping of the numbers. So the only time you feel good and success and fulfilled is when you get a bunch of views, you get a bunch of likes, you get a bunch of money for your job, and you're not allowing the service of doing what you're doing to be enough. And that needs to be enough before you can get any, material wealth or success from it. You know what I mean? That's what I'm getting for you guys. That's what your dreams are telling you. To go back to doing what makes you happy, what lights you up, and stop focusing on the wealth, the imposter syndrome, that, oh, because I'm not getting enough views, I'm not good at what I'm doing, kind of thing. And I hope this video wasn't too long, but that's literally all I have to say for you guys, is to get back to center. Remember why you're doing what you're doing. And if you need a release and you need to recharge and heal, you need to, because your light is needed to support others. Take care of yourself, take care of other people, essentially. Because when you are like at your best, which is you being the comic and bringing light and levity and fairy tale and all that, you leave people agape, like shocked, in awe. When you follow the herd and do what everybody else is doing, it's just like, you're just another one of those readers. When you do things differently and bring your own unique approach, you bring your tribe, essentially. So anyway, that's a lot I have for you guys. So I hope this video resonated. If it did, feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. Join the tribe, the divine family. Love to have you. If you would ever like to book a personal reading with me, you could always get in contact with me. Use my email in the description box below. But I hope you're having a beautiful, wonderful day whenever you watch this reading. And as always, I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.